Welcome to Dice Friends. My name is Adam, and I'm a member of LoadingReadyRun. As you will notice, today's a little different. We are heat deathless, as they like to say. Heat death, there is a link that you can see of a video explaining everything that's going to be going on for the foreseeable future because of everything that's going on in the world. We have to operate on a little bit of a different level. So some things are going to change. We're still going to be making stuff. Everybody just, if you have the time, watch that video so you can get a good update about everything that's going to go on with Loading Ready Run.
But yeah, luckily, I mean, we're in a pretty good position relative to many other industries and companies that a lot of our work can be done remotely. Yeah,
we are extremely lucky. So thankfully today we are going to be diving back into the wonderful world of fighting fantasy, which
you couldn't even finish the word wonderful.
Yeah, it's gonna be something else. And Paul and I were talking about, like, there's a recurring villain, I guess, in these books. So we've run into him once before, but I'm not gonna. I will touch on the fact that this stream is brought to you by, well, you, at your nice support at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. I know that things are tight right now and that not everybody can support us the way that they used to or anything else, and that's okay. But just letting you know that it is because of the support of our community that we are able to do stuff like this, which we are lucky, you know? Like, I can't... it's hard to put into words like how lucky we are, you know, that we get to keep doing what we're doing. Well, not a lot of people have that option.
Yeah. So, it is.
It's
weird, awesome, and we hope that we can provide some sort of distraction anyway in the weeks to come.
Yeah.
Distracting is really what Loading Ready Run is good at, I guess.
That's our God, what's the word I'm looking for? Just our tagline, really. Loading Ready Run. It's distracting. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be, I haven't looked into the story or anything. We're just kind of diving into this one bare bones. For those of you that are unaware of how fighting fantasy works, I have a character. It's Otaku Jeff. Need to...
I was going to say, I feel like this is the first time that Otaku Jeff usually is like, there's him, he's in the fighting fantasy, and then he finishes his quest, and then goes into the next quest. But theoretically, Otaku Jeff is still in Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
And is now can Otaku Jeff be in two places at once?
Yes. It's like James Bond, right? There's just different versions of them.
It's different continuities.
Yeah. Different parallel.
It's Earth 616. Otaku Jeff.
That's exactly what it is. So, all right. You ready, Paul?
All right. I will say before we get going that I apologize for the poopy quality of the book scan that I have. It is all the original Fighting Fantasy books were scanned, but I don't know. They must have been scanned like when they were produced, like back in the 70s, or something, because they are very low resolution. I've gone through and done.
It looks fine.
Well, what I've actually gone through, and I sort of ran it through a processor thing to make it more sort of black and white as opposed to dark, light gray on sort of wibbly gray paper. So I apologize for the quality of that, but, you know, it's fine. It's legible, I think, mostly.
Yeah, I think it looks fine. It looks fine from here, so. All right. So on the back of the book, we're just going to read the back. Are you brave enough to walk the dangerous dark alleyways of Port Blacksand? You must travel to the dark tower of demonic sorcerer Zambar Bone. Ah, he's back.
Good old Boney.
So if those of you who don't remember, Zambar Bone we ran into at the Port of Peril.
Yeah.
And we put a bullet in his head. We shot Zambar Bone with a gun.
Now, so now I guess technically speaking, we're doing this out of order.
Yeah.
So I guess this is the prequel.
Yes. Yeah. We it's like a Quentin Tarantino movie where we started with the ending and now we're like the movie began with us shooting Zambar Bone in the head.
And it's like
he's like,
so how did I get here?
Yeah, you're probably wondering how I got here. Yeah.
Well, to answer that, we have to go back to the City of Thieves.
Yeah. Demonic sorcerer Zambar Bone to put an end to his reign of terror. But you'll have to make it past the bloodthirsty thieves and creeping creatures of the night who lurk in Port Black Sand first.
There's also like 4 other Zambar Bone books, so I'm pretty sure you're not going to put an end to his reign of terror in this book.
Yeah, there's a picture of him on this version anyway. I don't know if there's one on the old version. I don't know if you can I can show.
There's
on the overhead.
Yeah, here. Let me just put it where the dice is. Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Oh yeah.
That's
so
Zambar
yeah,
Bone.
again, the art will probably be different in this version than in the old one. So we can look at both.
I mean, the old art's the best art.
It is. It is.
So what we need to do first is we need to roll our character, which is pretty simple. We have a couple skills or a couple statistics. Attributes is the word I'm looking for. So we have skill, stamina, and luck. Skill is entirely our attack stat used for all combat, and sometimes there's like a thing where it's like roll under your skill or whatever.
To like jump a thing.
Yeah, to jump a thing. So we have to roll a d6. We add 6. We want to roll a 6 because that makes these adventures very easy. When we have a very high skill, we just kind of waltz through these and we just like take all the fights we can. So what I need out of this is a 6. All right, this is what we need. That's a 2. Okay, yep, skill of 8. All right, well, all right, and then we got to roll both dice. This will be our stamina. These are our hit points.
You just roll. You roll both dice and then add something to it as well.
Add 12. Yeah, I rolled 2d6. Add 12. I rolled a 7, so we got a 19. And then our luck is a d6 plus 6. This is also very helpful. Luck lets us. There's multiple times where we'll have to make a decision, and then it'll be like roll your luck. And if you roll equal to or under your luck with 2d6. You are lucky, and if you're not, then you're unlucky, and then you go to that choice. You can also use your luck in battle. So if I make a hit on a monster, I can test my luck, and then I can roll for the luck. And if I roll equal to or under my luck, then I do an extra 2 points of damage.
You double damage.
Double damage, yeah. And then if I have bad luck, then I only do 1 point of damage.
And you can also protect yourself.
Yes, I can also take down to 1 damage from a monster, but if I'm bad luck, then I'll take double damage. So it's rarely ever used for that. I find that I'm never really pushing my luck to get out of combat.
Yeah. Then again, you don't usually go into the thing with an 8 skill, so.
No, Obi won't be picking any fights. Oh, that's a 2. Okay, cool. All right. This is not the best version of Otaku Jeff we've ever seen. All right.
You're saving all your good rolls for later.
Yeah, I hope so. Battles, luck. We have a number of meals equal to. Where does it say that?
I think you've got
10 meals.
10 rations. Yeah.
We've got 10 meals.
10 rations.
And I can heal. I can't eat in combat.
You can't eat, but you can eat anytime.
That's not combat.
That's not combat. You can eat.
Yes, and I can heal 4 hit points per meal.
Yeah. And that ruling has changed a little bit over the course of the
They actually
book,
give you more stamina than the last book. Because the last one was 3, I think. Pretty sure.
3
3
stamina
hit
per,
points. Yeah,
per
food. And then I have an equipment, which is a sword, leather armor, shield, backpack for my provisions. And I also have one magical potion, which is a potion of skill, which restores all my skill points. A potion of strength, which restores my stamina points, and a potion of fortune restores your luck and adds 1 to my initial luck. You always take potion of luck in these things. It's the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in Port of Peril, you also had 10 rations, but spent the entire book starving.
Yeah.
because
he was always hungry.
You're like, I gotta save those 10 rations, but I'm so hungry.
Well, it was like that right at the beginning of Port of Peril, you started begging for food, and you're like, you have like a whole backpack full.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you so hungry? All right. So that's Jeff. He's not looking too strong. I'll tell you that much. If you want dice, we have dice. All right.
I mean, if this is a prequel, then that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
He hasn't had his training montage yet.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know, like, is this the same adventure that went through Warlock of Fire? Well, because, like, if we're going by canon, the first adventurer who went through the Warlock of Firetop Mountain ended up just sitting on a chest and crying at the end.
Yeah, he didn't die, but he just didn't do anything.
He just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then Jeff went to the Forest, and I think I was Forest of Doom. Did I beat Forest? No, Forest of Doom, I found the hammer super easy.
Yeah.
That was the one I was like, there it is.
Forest of Doom.
There it is. And I'm like, here you go. And they're like...
He was a wizard at that point, too. Yeah.
Yes, I was a wizard. And then we did Port of Peril, and we won that one. And then Jeff went over to Fairy Mound of Dragonkind, and didn't do too hot.
No?
Kept getting teleported around.
Yeah, hopefully this book will, if nothing else, then this will at least maybe have less teleporting.
Yeah.
Although I'm not going to say it's not going to have any teleporting. Teleporting has definitely happened in Fighting Fantasy books.
I'm not going to say, we're blinking, Paul.
Apparently the overhead camera has been having some issues today. Been having some issues in general. I'm concerned about it.
All right, here we go. You are an adventurer in a world of monsters and magic, living by quickness of wit and skill of sword. You earn your gold as a hired warrior, usually in the employ of rich nobles and barons on missions too dangerous or difficult for their own men. Slaying monsters and fearsome beasts in pursuit of some fabled treasure comes as second nature to you. Being an experienced and highly trained swordsman, you allow nothing to stand in your way on your quests. Your success on a mission is always assured, and your reputation is spread throughout the lands. Oh no. Whenever you enter a village or town, the news of your arrival spreads through the citizens like wildfire, as few of them have ever met a dragon slayer before. Dragon slayer, by the way.
You start the thing already being a dragon slayer?
Yeah. Wow. Bold move, nice. Yeah. One evening, after a long walk through the outlands, you arrive at Silverton, which lies at the crossroads of the main trading routes in these parts. Great wooden wagons hauled by teams of oxen are often seen rumbling slowly through the town, laden with herbs, spices, silks, metalware, and exotic foods from far-off lands. Over the years, Silverton has prospered as a result of the rich merchants and traders stopping there en route to distant markets. Its wealth is quite apparent, with ornate buildings and richly dressed people aplenty. But as you enter the town gates, something strikes you as being not quite right. The people look nervous and on edge. Then you notice that all the windows on the buildings have great iron grills bolted over them, and the doors have been strengthened too. Although you prefer your own company to that of others, you decide to stay in Silverton for the night to find out who or what is troubling the people. As you walk down the main street, a single note from a bell rings out from a tall tower ahead. Then a man shouts, almost desperately, "Nightfall! Nightfall! Everybody indoors!" You see people scurrying around with anxious faces and looking surprised when they see you. Across the street, you see tavern with the words, "The Old Road" painted on its signboard. As you enter the tavern, a whisper runs through the locals as they recognize you. Some put down their mugs and stare. You are somewhat surprised that none come over to you to hear tales of adventure. Wow. We gotta get over ourselves. All right. Yeah. I was like, nobody wants to hear about my adventure?
Yeah, I killed the dragon. It's like everybody knows the dragon.
Killed the dragon, by the way.
Yeah. I feel like you just have like that one story.
Yeah, I bet you. This Otaku Jeff definitely has the one story that he always brings up.
He probably was like having lunch and sat down on a lizard. Mm-hmm. And then it's over the course of telling the story.
Yep.
It's gotten bigger. The lizard got bigger and bigger and bigger until
it became a dragon.
It just became a dragon.
Yeah. Walking over to the counter, you ask the old innkeeper for a room and a hot tub, but he ignores you and shuffles over. That just sounds funny. I know he's asking for a hot tub, but just like a hot tub, like the way
the jacuzzi back there.
Yeah, it's like, hey, homie, you got a jacuzzi? Yeah, looking to get comfy. But he ignores you and shuffles over to the great oak door, pushing 6 large iron bolts into place. Only then does he turn to you and say quietly, "That will be 5 copper pieces for the room and 1 more for the tub. In advance, if you please." You reach into a leather pouch on your belt and toss the coins on the counter. He hands you an iron key, but at the very moment, there is a loud knocking at the door, followed by a voice shouting, "Open up! Open up! This is Owen Caroliff!"
You don't start with any money, do you? I guess.
I think I have like 10 gold or something. I don't know. I can look it up after this. The old innkeeper shuffles over to the oak door again and slides open the bolts. Then a fat and balding man dressed in rich scarlet robes bursts into the tavern, looking around frantically. He sees you and walks quickly in your direction, huffing and puffing. He is a man certainly not used to haste. You notice great beads of sweat on his forehead in the pale candlelight of the room. As he nears you, he calls out urgently, "Stranger, I must speak with you. Please sit down. It is important that I speak with you." How many times can you say, "I have to speak with you. Please sit down. I must speak with you"?
It's like, out of breath.
Did I have a stroke? Like, it's like I gotta speak with you, please.
I hear you fight dragons.
Yeah. When he turns to the innkeeper to snap his fingers for food and drinks, you can see that he is obviously of some standing in the town, but his face is full of anguish and sorrow. Being curious, you decide to hear what the man has to say. He pulls out a chair for you at the table, bidding you to sit down, and the innkeeper bustles in with a tray laden with hot broth, roast goose, and mead. The man in the scarlet robe sits opposite in silence, watching you as you feast as though examining you for some purpose of his own. Finally, as you push your plate away, the man leans forward and says in a low but anxious voice, "Stranger, I know of you and seek your aid. My name is Owen Caroliff, and I am the mayor of Silverton."
But he doesn't know your name.
Yeah. He doesn't know my name. My name. "We are in great trouble and danger. We are living under a curse, and it is I who must rid us of it. 10 days ago, 2 messengers of evil rode into town on huge black stallions with fiery red eyes. It was impossible to see the faces of the riders, for they wore long black cloaks with hoods pulled over their faces. Their voices were cold, and each word spoken ended with an unnerving hiss. They asked for me by name, and when I came to greet them, they wanted to take my beloved daughter Morel to stay with their master, Zambar Bone.
Uh-oh.
And I'm picturing like a lightning strike, maybe like a. "No doubt that you know that he is the Night Prince. Of course, I refused their demand, and without another word, they turned and rode slowly out of town, heads down and shoulders hunched." So he's like, "No," and they're just like,
"Oh."
Zambar's gonna be pissed. Yeah. "Well, did you ask him?" We're like, "Yeah, we asked him. What did he say?" It's like, "No." It's like, "What do you mean he said no?" And you just said, "Yeah." You were just like, "What? You just walked away?"
Why do I pay you guys?
Yeah. "Well, technically, you don't pay us." Well, shut up. Heads down, shoulders hunched. I knew then that beneath the cloaks were hidden the skeletal and soulless bodies of spirit stalkers. Zambar Bone always uses them as his messengers, as they will complete their mission or die in the attempt, and they do not die easily. Only a silver arrow through the heart will release those evil beings from their eternal twilight existence. Who knows what it would take to kill Zambar Bone?
By some happenstance.
I know. Well, I know. It's a gun. Everyone, it's a gun, everybody. Yeah. Anyway, the same night after the spirit stalkers left, our troubles began. The Night Prince was angry and determined to harm us. 6 moon dogs came, each stronger than 4 men, each with razor-sharp fangs. So 6 moon dogs, and each moon dog is stronger than 4 men.
So it's, what, 24 equivalent
24
man
men?
equivalent dogs?
With the manpower.
Yeah. We're gonna send the equivalent of slightly more than 24 men worth of dogs out.
What happens if we send 25 men? You know what I mean? Just send that extra. Yeah. They stalked through the town, entering homes through open windows and killing the poor people inside. In the morning, we counted 23 dead. Wow. Yeah, 23.
That's such a waste.
Yeah. They're strong enough for 24, though.
Yeah, that's true. If there only had been one more man.
Yeah. So we barred our windows and bolted our doors, yet each night the moondogs return and we are unable to sleep for fear that they might find a way into our homes. Some people are now talking of sending Morel to Zambar Bone. Those whimpering traitors, I should have them flogged. But what good would that do? There is but one hope, and that rests with you, stranger. There is a man called Nicodemus who, for reasons I'll never understand, lives in Port Blacksand.
He was in the Port Peril too. Nicodemus was like your buddy.
Oh, yeah.
The, like weird guy in the tower.
Yeah, Nicodemus. The place is commonly called the City of Thieves, as it is home of every pirate, brigand, assassin, thief, and evildoer for hundreds of miles around. I think he lives there just to get some peace from the likes of us. He's a wise old wizard, and is unlikely to come to much harm even in Port Blacksand, for his magical powers are great. He alone is capable of defeating Zambar Bone. He used to be a friend of mine many years ago. We need him, and I beg you to bring him to us. None here dares enter Port Blacksand. You will be well rewarded if you help a stranger. Take these 30 gold pieces for your journey, and take this sword to use and keep. Well, there's your answer.
Like I think Port Blacksand is the Port of Peril. Wait, or is it also the City of Thieves? Can it be two? I guess it could be two. I think it could be
both, right?
Yeah. The Port of Peril is like beside the City of Thieves.
Yeah, it's like a suburb.
It's like a bedroom community for the City of Thieves.
As Owen Caroliff rises, he pulls back his scarlet robe, revealing the finest broadsword you have ever seen. Mm-hmm. He hands it to you, and touching the edge of the blade, you are surprised to see a droplet of blood fall from your finger. You then examine the marvelously ornate gilded serpents twining around the hilt. You have never wanted anything so badly in your life before. You stand up and hold out your right hand to Owen. He shakes it eagerly, saying, "You must set off at the first light of dawn. The moon dogs will be gone by then. I shall be forced to stay the night here also. So let's drink to our destiny, and may the gods be with us." For the next hour, Owen talks about your coming journey, explaining in detail how to reach Port Blacksand. Later, you gather up your backpack and furs and climb the wooden stairs to your room. You sleep uneasily despite the security afforded by your new broadsword. It's like you just laying like, I should be more comfortable, but I'm not.
I love my incredibly sharp broadsword.
Yeah.
I'm just going to snuggle it.
Yeah, I love this sword. As you are more than once woken by the sniffing, scratching, and howling of the roaming moondogs outside. By dawn, you are already awake and dressed and determined to reach Port Blacksand quickly to find this man Nicodemus. As you leave the tavern, a black cat scurries past your feet and you almost trip. A bad omen, perhaps? Your adventure awaits.
I feel like maybe you should talk to this Mirel, the mayor's daughter.
Yeah.
Like, is there? It seems a little bit. I don't know. They're like, why would he be just like send people? Hey, we want this specific person. It's like, does she have a history with Zambar Bone?
No, he just wants her.
But he's just like, is she known like all over as being, the most desirable, or is he just like, all right, I want you to get, and he just like looked in the phone book. Yeah. It was just like, yeah, this person,
this one right here. But why? It's like, do I need a reason why?
Yeah,
that was Zambar Bone.
Maybe he checked out Tinder or something.
Yeah.
Like, yes,
this
yes,
one.
I shall swipe right on this one. Bring her to me.
Yeah. That's not how it works, Zambar. All right. The walk to Port Blacksand takes you west some 50 miles across plains and over hills, fortunately without any harmful encounters. Eventually you reach the coast and see the high city walls surrounding Port Blacksand and the cluster of buildings projecting into the sea like an ugly black mark. Ships lie anchored in the harbor, and smoke rises gently from chimneys. It looks peaceful enough, and it is only when the wind changes that you smell the decay in the breeze to remind you of the evil nature of this notorious place. Following the dusty road north along the coast to the city gates, you begin to notice fearful warnings: skulls on wooden spikes, starving men in iron cages suspended from the city wall, and black flags everywhere. As you approach the main gate, a chill runs down your spine and you instinctively grip the hilt of your broadsword for reassurance. At the gate, you are confronted by a tall guard wearing a black chainmail coat and iron helmet. He steps forward, barring the way with his pike, saying, "Who would enter Port Blacksand uninvited?" I don't know why he talks like that, but you know what? state the nature of your business or go back the way you came. Will you?
I think this is this guy.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good voice for that guy. That's way better art than this. Wow, the old art rules, dude. Look at that. Look at that, homie.
What's the art? Do you have art for it?
Yeah, I have art for it.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of pointing, like they're pointing. It's the same like thing, but that's just way more detailed.
It's clearly not a black helmet he has either.
No. All right. Will you tell him you wish to be taken to Nicodemus? That seems like a bad idea. Tell him you wish to sell some stolen booty, or attack him quickly with your sword. That's aggressive.
I feel like
I don't want to fight.
Being the guard that keeps people out of the City of Thieves
doesn't
seem like that like big a job.
Yeah.
It's like, who are you? I'm a thief. Okay, come in.
I guess like if I tell him I want to sell some stolen stuff, that seems bad too though, because he's a guard. He's like, where'd you steal from? Like, I don't know. But...
Yeah, it's like, are the people in the city? Is it just like people who don't like it call it the City of Thieves? And you're like, oh, I have some stolen stuff to sell. And he's like, what? You think we're all thieves here?
Yeah,
come on, man.
Okay, I'm gonna go and ask. I'm gonna go to 202. We're going to Nicodemus. We're gonna tell him, we're like, take me to Nicodemus.
Might as well just be forthright about the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh. The guard replies that he will send for an escort to take you to Nicodemus. He reaches up to a small bell on the wall of the guardhouse and rings it 3 times. Almost immediately, 2 other guards come running out of the house, and you are surprised when they each grab hold of one of your arms. The guard with the pike looks up to the skies and laughs, saying, "So you want to see Nicodemus, do you? How would you like to see the inside of a dungeon cell instead? Guards, take this fool away to be shackled and throw away the key." Oh, well, that was, yep.
That was quite a roller coaster of like, oh, hey, he's just going to let us in.
So you want to see Nicodemus, do you? Like, oh, no. Fighting is such a bad idea.
Now you have 3 guys to fight instead of 1.
Yeah.
You've got 30 gold, I guess, to bribe the guards, or you could be...
I'm going to try to bribe him. 276.
I'm a little concerned if you say, like, let them take you away. It's just like, okay, you're in jail forever.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's where the adventure would end. And you're like, all right, see y'all later. You tell the guards that you will make it worth their while if they release you and allow you entry into the city. How much will you offer them? 5 gold pieces? 10 gold pieces? 15 gold pieces? Well, I have 30, and I'm not a greedy person. So I'm going to say 15. Because I don't know what else use I would have gold for in this game. So 41. The 2 guards holding you look at each other, and then at the other guard for a decision. He nods at them, and they release their grip on you. As you pay him the 15 gold pieces, he gives you a piercing look, saying, "If Lord Azar..." Oh, these are the dudes that gave us... Isn't this the... These are the same guards when we rode the horse in. They're like, "You're under arrest. Where'd you get that nice horse?"
Oh, right, yeah.
This is the same guardhouse.
Yeah, we talked about this for Port Apparel, but the idea with Port Apparel was that it was, when they reprinted these books about 5 or 6 years ago, Port Apparel was written, it was a new book that they got Ian Livingstone to write at that time.
Yeah.
And so it had a ton of references to the previous books as kind of in-jokes, which now we're finding out, apparently.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So these guys still assholes, apparently.
Lord Azar, that's what, yeah, now it's all, okay, yeah. Because I was like, yeah, they're like, well, because wasn't Nicodemus like, ride the horse in, and then you'll like tell them this at the gate, and everything will be all cool. And I rode in, tell them the thing at the gate, and they're like, "You're under arrest." I'm like,
they're like, "You're under arrest. You stole that horse."
Like, sick. Okay. "If Lord Azar finds out that you are in the city without a pass, you are as good as dead. I'd get one if I were you. And as for Nicodemus, find him yourself." Repressing an urge to draw your sword, you turn and walk into the city. Turn to 74. Through the main gates, you see that the rubbish-filled streets of the port are narrow and cobbled. Old and decrepit buildings line them closely, with their upper stories overhanging menacingly. You may go west down Quay Street Head north along Market Street and go east down Clogged Street. Are these the same streets as the last time, too?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Because I remember Port-a-Peril was the one where we went to a store.
Well, Port-a-Peril, there's like a ton of stuff before you even got to the Port-a-Peril, right? Like Port-a-Peril was the one where it was like you didn't even get to the port until like halfway through the book.
Yeah.
Which is this place, I guess.
I'm gonna go Clock Street, 17. Walking along the narrow street, you see a man wearing tattered rags sitting in the gutter. His head rests on his hands and he looks thoroughly miserable. If you wish to stop to talk to him, turn to 331. If you would rather continue walking east, turn to 161. Let's talk to him. Hey, Nicodemus, is that you? It could be. As you approach the man, he suddenly springs up and screams at the top of his voice. He produces a dagger from his ragged clothing and leaps at you. His wild eyes belong to a man insane or possessed, and you must fight him.
Always punished.
I was just trying to be nice, like, hey, what's up? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Madman, skill 5, stamina 5.
What's interesting is something that I have noticed as we've been playing Fighting Fantasy.
Yeah.
Is that often the first thing that you meet in these games
is punishing.
No. For you personally, the first thing you meet in these games, when the first time somebody's like, please help me, you go no, and don't help them.
Yeah, and now the one time that I'm like...
Yeah. Like that's happened in quite a few games, in quite a few of the Fighting Fantasy books. The first time something has happened, you have an option to like ignore it. You've been like, oh yeah, that looks dangerous. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna ignore it.
Yeah, no, that's the problem for future Jeff.
Yeah.
But this one time I was like, yeah, I'll talk to him.
Yep, punished.
Well, I mean, I've learned my lesson, right? That just proves that I'm right.
It's true. It's true.
Well, it was like in the first book, there was that dude who was like, help, and he ended up being a vampire.
Yeah.
He like bites you.
Well, in the first book, there's a guy in like a dungeon. There's a guy in like a cell who is like, help me. And you were like, nah, that's probably a trap.
Bye. Yeah, it's probably a trap. Yeah. All right, let's fight this madman. So in combat, we go first, then the monster goes second. We just roll competing skill scores against each other, or 2d6 plus your skill. So mine's 2d6 plus 8. The madman is 2d6 plus 5. So I get a 17. I don't think it can even... Oh, it can tie. The madman can tie on a double 6. Okay, well, I win. So the way combat works is I won that round. I take 2 hit points off of the madman. He goes down to 3. Round 2. I rolled a 12, 13. I win again. Good thing I got this new broadsword. I go. I rolled a 16. The madman gets a 14. Cool. I win. I dispose of the homeless man.
With your broadsword.
Yeah, with my super awesome broadsword.
There wasn't any, like, the broadsword doesn't have any, like, magical abilities or anything, right?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't say anything about it.
Yeah.
It was
it's just a regular...
It was just a nice broadsword. Yeah. And you had a sword anyway, right? Like, you started with a sword, theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah, we started with a sword, but they were like, here's this better sword. If you win, turn to 86. Well, imagine if we just died there. A leather pouch hanging around the neck of the man contains a small glass ball containing what looks like swirling smoke. Will you smash the ball on the ground? Put the ball in your backpack. Leave the ball behind and continue east. I mean, I want to smash it. Because now they just like, why is that they put that as the first option? Because they know that players are going to be like, I want to do that. Yeah.
So this is a thing that like a crazy homicidal vagrant had on him.
Yeah.
But didn't smash.
Yes.
And then you took it. So the fact that the guy didn't smash it is interesting.
I'm just going to put it in my backpack. I'm not going to smash it. So we have a small glass ball. We're just going to take it and be like, ooh. And just like put it in the backpack. Sweet. So 194. The smoke in the glass ball appears to vanish as you place it carefully in your backpack. Feeling slightly uneasy about your new treasure, you set off east again, turn to 161. Oh, okay. Cool.
It's gotta be one of those. It's like that's the one thing that can kill Zambar Bone.
Yeah,
and you have
that's like a fighting. That's like seems to be the thing that they usually kind of do. It's like a typical like, if you have the small glass ball swirling with smoke, turn to one. It's like, yes, I do. But I guess to be fair though, it's like if you have the spider with a man's head in a jar, turn to thing, and that got me killed. So, and that was oddly specific. Coward? You listen to me, Twitch chat. I am the pilot, okay? The decisions I make are for the good of everyone.
All
right?
Well, for everyone anyway.
Yes.
Whether they're good or bad, we're stuck with it. We're together stuck with it.
Yeah. Remember, I need to point out the fact that my victories are my victories. Your victories are my victories. Your losses are definitely your losses. Okay?
And are your losses their losses also?
Yes.
Okay,
yes. Cool. Okay? We're all even? All right. As long as we all know. But Paul's victories aren't my victories. Paul is on a pedestal. What are we, 161? The street makes a sudden left turn and continues north as far as you can see. However, you notice that round the corner the houses are much bigger, with doorways some 4 meters high. On the left side of the street, you see that a door to one of the houses is open. If you wish to enter the house, turn to 245. If you wish to keep going northwards, turn to 282. Well, we might as well just start B&E because we've murdered already. We've killed somebody. Might as well just...
I feel like we're into you know, the like JRPG mode where it's just like go into houses and break pots and find stuff.
Yeah. It's like we're just Link. We're like yep. Sing sing stonk. Yep. 245. You enter a large room with brown walls and a straw-covered floor. There is a musty smell hanging in the air, which reminds you of the dirty old cave trolls that live in the northern borders. Well, that's vaguely racist. Poor cave trolls. In the middle of the room is a table made from half a barrel with some roughly made stools around it. A high archway leads through the room to the back of the house, from where you hear a low murmuring voice. If you want to walk through the archway, turn to 178. If you wish to leave the house and continue north, turn to 282. Well, we've already got this far, so 178.
I hope it's just a cave troll.
Oh, man. Yeah, that'd be awkward. The archway leads into a large room in the center of which crouches a human-like creature some 3 meters tall. He looks very worried and is muttering to himself. The lumps on his face are the distinguishing marks of an ogre. In the other book, was there not an ogre that made like badass weapons? Remember? I think this is the same one.
That was a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Maybe? That seems familiar.
I mean, oh, it was a Cyclops?
I like you walking in there, you're like, this smells like nasty cave trolls. Yeah. Oh, hey, an ogre. Hi. Distinguishing
marks of an ogre. Okay, so I can attempt to speak with them, attack them with my sword, or leave the house to head north. Well, we're not going to attack them. 264. I'll tell you what, this adventure would be going a lot differently if I had a skill of 12. Because I would have attacked the guards. I would have attacked everyone. I would have been like, I fight. I'm like, yeah. All right. I'm going to attempt to speak. I attempt the ancient rite of parley. Before you were able to speak a word, the ogre's voice booms out saying, "Somebody has stolen all my food. Will you give me some of yours?" If you wish to give the ogre some of your food, deduct 2 from your provisions on your adventure sheet and turn to 121. If you wish to refuse his request, turn to 327. Sure. Yeah, homie, I'll give you some food. Let's see how badly I'll get punished. 121. I'm going to try to play this one a lot nicer than I usually would. The ogre gulps down the food in no time at all. Licking his lips, he turns to you and tells you to get out of his home.
you know, you don't do the nice thing because you do it because it's the right thing to do, not because you're expecting a reward. You know?
Well, you know what?
You just doing the right thing is reward unto itself.
Oh man, see, this is why I always do renegade playthroughs, because the nice people are just always getting like, they're like, yeah, thanks for the food, idiot, and then like, get out of my house. If you wish to obey the ungrateful ogre and leave the house heading north, turn to 282. If you wish to draw your sword to teach him a lesson, turn to 140. I'm gonna draw my sword and teach this idiot a lesson.
I like that new, like, the new leaf that you turned over lasted exactly one entry.
Yeah, that's generally how Adam Savadan operates. Like, I'm going to turn over a new leaf, and then one person's like, thanks for the food, get out. What do you mean? Like, I'm sick of being nice. Yeah. The ogre looks unimpressed by your aggressive action and, picking up a large bone as a weapon, lumbers towards you. You must fight him. Skill of 8, stamina of 9. So we're completely tied. I have 19 hit points, though, and he only has 9.
After the third round, you can escape.
No, Paul. So, Jeff rolls a 4. That's not good. The ogre rolls a 6. Jeff takes 2 points of damage.
It's just who rolls higher, right?
It's just literally who rolls higher. So I guess I could roll all of them at once. I win! It's probably better if I just rolled them separately, though. Jeff rolls a 7. The ogre rolls a 2. This ogre sucks, dude. All right, Jeff rolls a 5. The ogre rolls a 7.
Too bad he's really well fed now, too.
Yeah, he's full. Jeff rolls a 3. That's not good. The ogre rolls a 7. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Maybe he's kind of lethargic from having eaten a big meal.
Jeff rolls a 7. The ogre rolls a 7. I can't remember whose ties go to. Nobody? Nobody.
I think it's just, nothing.
They're just tied? Okay. Jeff rolls a 10. That's good. There's no way he beats this. Okay, good. Ogre goes a 3. Jeff rolls a 9.
Ogre's at 3?
Yeah. Ogre rolls a 4.
I mean, so you could try to luck this and kill him in one go.
No, because I only have a luck of 8. And I'm going to need that luck for something else.
It's just as hard. Yeah, it's hard.
And I have 13 hit points still, so I'm okay. Jeff rolls a 6. Ogre rolls an 11. That's not good. Jeff goes to 11. Jeff rolls a 12. Finally, some justice.
Jeff pulls. Oh! Ends with like a crit.
Yeah. Jeff does a really cool flippy, spinny move.
Yeah.
Comes over top. You hear the soft click, and it's the broadsword going to the back of the ogre's head. Yeah.
That's what you get for not saying
thank you.
Thank you, I guess. I'm a little like... So the process here was you walked into this guy's house.
Yes.
Uninvited.
Yes.
He was like, oh, cool. Do you have any food?
Yeah.
And you're like, here's some food.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, now get out.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm going to kill you instead.
Yeah.
Because you didn't thank me for the food I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much nailed it, Paul.
Excellent.
Is there a problem?
I just wanted to make sure that we were all clear with the progression of events.
If you defeat him, turn to 71. After the third attack round, you may escape by running out of the house and head north. Okay, so we defeat him, turn to 71. Oh, I might eat, actually. How much damage did I take? I'm going to eat 2 provisions and go down to 6 provisions to get back to max health.
His stuff is probably not that digested yet. You can just kind of...
Cut them open? Would you do it, Paul? You, Paul the Adventurer. Like Paul Saunders.
No.
And then you just gave an ogre some food, and then they were like, no, get out. And then you killed the ogre. Would you cut open the ogre and eat that food?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so what makes you think I would?
I probably wouldn't have killed the ogre either, so I think we're on a different level.
You got me there, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't have killed it, so. All right, monster. Yeah, sweet. All right, 71. The ogre's room is full of clutter and discarded bits and pieces. It does not appear to have been tidied for years. Rummaging through the jumble, you find a polished wooden box with a hand made of white shell inlaid on the lid. The box is locked and you cannot find the key to open it. If you wish to smash it open with your sword, turn to 324. If you wish to leave the house to continue north without trying to open the box, turn to 282. Well, now I gotta try to open it.
I mean,
324. The box shatters and you see 2 gems, 15 gold pieces, and a white silk glove lying amidst the broken pieces of wood. If you wish to try on the glove, turn to 89. If you wish to leave the house, taking only the gems and the gold, continue north. No, we're definitely trying on the glove.
Is it? I love the idea of an ogre with a single white silk glove.
Yeah.
There's got to be some story behind that.
It's totally not cursed. No, it's definitely not cursed. There's no way it's cursed. The one time we were in the middle of the forest and we found those gloves, that was the Forest of Doom. We were walking along and we got lost and we were like, you found a pair of gloves. Like, I put them on. Like, they're cursed. Like,
what are the chances of there being 2 pairs of cursed gloves?
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way Ian Livingston would do that to us. As you slide your hand into the glove, it seems to come alive and cling tightly to your hand. Uh-oh. Then it changes texture and becomes hot as you feel as though your hand is covered with burning tar, which you are unable to shake off. Mercifully, it cools down, but a thin white film remains on your hand, making it difficult to open and close. Lose 2 skill points. You curse and leave the house to head north. Oh, man, this is so bad.
6 skills you're at now?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Why would he have kept that?
Well, we got 2 gems and we got back our gold that we used to bribe.
Yeah, that's something anyway.
Well, 282. That's unfortunate. On the right-hand side of the street, you see a large wooden barrel and a small boy sitting beside it on a stool. If you wish to talk to the boy, if you wish to keep walking, okay, I'm going to try it again. We're going to try this again. All right?
Okay.
So we got attacked by a homeless guy. And then we go into a house and we try to help out an ogre. He tells us to leave. We killed him. Maybe an overreaction, but then we smash open his box, put on this glove, screws up our hand.
The great epic tale of Otaku Jeff is not going. The beginning is a little shaky, I gotta say.
Well, this is how I always pictured like a real fantasy adventure would look like, kind of.
Yeah.
Just a human stumbling around, like making mistakes all the time. None of this like.
Yeah. When he tells this story in the tavern, he's gonna edit out some bits.
Oh yeah, I leave out a few bits here and there, you know, here and there. I would like to talk to the boy. 119. The small boy smiles and thrusts a tin mug into your hand. He tells you the barrel contains sparkling water which cures ills, wounds, and diseases. To fill the mug costs 3 gold pieces. If you wish to drink the water, turn to 233. If you would rather keep your gold... I gotta see if I can trust this game. This game...
You're gonna be a trusting soul?
Yeah, the game... Look, the book has to let me trust it at some point, right? It's got to do something good for me. It can't just constantly punish me. 233. I'm going to drink
it. What are you basing that on?
Just game design. You know what I mean? Like, if you let your player just constantly get punished for everything they do, then they're never going to do anything. The sparkling water is refreshing, but not as medicinal as the small boy claimed. Add 1 stamina point to your total. Oh, to your total? I would assume the way that's worded is that even above my max.
Is that better than like?
I think it increases
1 step in a point?
Yeah, I think it just adds it to my total.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to 20. You shake your fist at the boy in mock anger and set off north. Like, oh. 247.
The boy's like, nice glove. Where'd you get that?
Yeah. The street makes a sharp turn to the left and continues west for some distance. Turning the corner, you are suddenly jumped on by 3 short, stocky assailants who are hiding down an alley. 2 grab your legs, and 1 tries to knock you out with a cudgel. Test your luck. If you're lucky, you manage to duck to avoid the blow. If you're unlucky, the cudgel lands heavily on the back of your head, knocking you unconscious.
I mean, this isn't like City of really nice people that help you out all the time.
That's true.
So this is, your luck is 8?
Yeah. 6. We're lucky. Sweet. 384. So our luck lowers by 1 because we were lucky. We go down to 7. As the cudgel swings through the air above your head, you punch the dwarf holding it. He lets out a scream and drops the cudgel. Feeling his bleeding nose and seeing the blood on his hand, he screams again and runs off down the alley. The other 2 dwarfs holding your legs realize that you are not an easy victim and run off after their fellow robber. If you wish to chase them down the alley, turn to 221. If you wish to set off west again, turn... You know what? Fuck these dwarves. There, I said it. Everyone was thinking it. I'm coming after them. 221. Choo-choo, baby. Pain train's coming. The alley is narrow and dark and runs south some 20 meters before coming to a dead end at a wall. The dwarfs are nowhere to be seen. You start walking slowly back up the alley when suddenly a large net falls on you from above. Oh, man. It is weighted, and you stumble to the ground completely entangled. Then you become aware of the 3 dwarfs standing above you, chuckling to themselves. Their hands reach through the netting, and you watch helplessly as they rummage through your backpack. They seem interested only in your gold. Eventually, they walk off and leave you to wriggle free. You have lost all your gold, lose 2 luck points, return to the street, turn left.
Oofa doofa.
Well, there goes all my gold.
And all your luck.
And I have 5 luck. This is... Alright, cool, man. It's the City of Thieves.
Yeah, this city is really chewing you up and spitting you out here.
This is poor.
The guys at the front gate are being like, oh, geez, we're sorry we let you in, man.
It's like, he's not going to last. I walked away and they were like, he's not going to last 2 minutes in that place.
Yeah.
Poor, ignorant otaku Jeff.
They probably called ahead. They're like, this guy's got money.
Yeah.
He just bribed us 15 gold.
396. All right. Well, I'm going to stop interacting with anything and everything. On the left side of the street is a flower shop. The window is filled with exotic and colorful flowers. If you wish to enter the shop, turn to 145. Okay, so this is...
Flowers can't be bad. Flowers are pretty, right?
There's no way that the flower shop is bad.
You are broke. It's true.
We are broke. Soon I'll be the queen of summertime. Yeah, I'm going to keep walking. I'm broke. I lost all my gold, so 24. Screw the flower shop, dude. There is another shop on the left-hand side of the street. An iron grill over the window prevents you from seeing what kind of shop it is. You try the handle of the door, and it turns. If you want to enter the shop, turn to 336. If you wish to continue west without looking into the shop, turn to 196.
So it's like a shop. It's a place with no sign and iron grill over the windows.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's a shop? What makes it a shop? What makes you think it's a shop?
I don't know. What's our what's the basis, you know what I mean? I'll go in. God, I need to know. 336. Once inside the shop, you realize why the windows are barred. It is the jeweler's shop. Standing behind the glass counter is a huge bald-headed man with an eye patch covering his left eye. It's Dale. Now I'm just picturing Dale. Yeah. He gives you a welcoming smile, but the sight of his ugly mouth... Oh, that's not Dale anymore. He gives you a welcoming smile, but the sight of his ugly mouth with its few black-stained teeth does not inspire confidence. A large battle axe hangs conveniently behind the man to deter any would-be robbers. On display are several ornate rings inset with diamonds, emeralds, and rubies. The man asks whether you were buying or selling. Will you ask the price of the rings, offer to sell him gems?
There we go. Because for some reason the dwarves...
Or attack him with your sword, which seems to be the answer that is constantly given.
The dwarves were like, "Okay, let's take all this gold. Should we take the gems? Nah. Who wants gems?"
302. I have gems. You show the man the 2 gems. Holding them up to the light, he examines them carefully with a small magnifying glass. He turns to face you and offers you 9 gold pieces for the 2. If you wish to accept the offer, turn to 240. If you wish to haggle a better deal, turn to 345. Look, say one thing about Otaku Jeff, but he's not here to fuck spiders. I'm here to haggle, baby.
I have often heard that about Otaku Jeff.
345. The man frowns and thumps his fist down on top of the counter, shouting, "This is not a bazaar! If you do not like my prices, take your custom elsewhere. Now get out of my shop before I slice you in 2. Will you calm him down and accept his offer? Head out, or walk out of the shop and head west. Okay. Attack him with your sword. Let's try to calm him down. Jokes, bro. Jokes. Just a prank. 240. The man hands you the gold and puts the gems under the counter. If you now wish to inquire about the price of the rings, turn to 36. If you had enough of the transactions for the time being, I've had enough transactions. I've been robbed. I've been yelled at.
It's a tough life.
Yeah, 196. You arrive at a 4-way junction in the street. The street continuing west changes its name to Key Street, and the street running north and south is called Market Street. Looking north, you see a crowd of people walking up the street cheering loudly and waving their arms in the air. You decide to follow them. Turn to 148. Okay.
I like... Just, you come to a 4-way junction, but like they don't give you any choices, just, and then you go off one way.
Yeah, why describe all 4-way junctions? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why describe all of them if they're just going to make us go this way?
Yeah.
Right? It's a bizarre... It's the one thing I hate about, like, both video games and just games in general, or like narrative stories where they're like, do this thing, and it's like, but no matter which answer you pick, it's like the illusion of choice, right? It's just like,
I mean, you've got to think for that.
Yeah.
I feel like that emote is going to get a fair amount of use in this.
Yeah. All right. As you catch up with the chanting crowd, you see that they are carrying eggs and rotten tomatoes. Soon the street opens out into a large market square. All around the edge are stalls with vendors, hawkers, musicians, and entertainers carrying on their business. In the middle of the square is an elevated pillory. Above the noise of the crowd, a trumpet sounds, and the crowd starts to pelt the man in the pillory with rotten food. An old woman standing next to you offers you 2 eggs to throw. Not wishing to appear to be an outsider, you take the eggs and hurl them. As you do so, the woman picks your pocket without noticing. Oh my God! Dude. I didn't even get to pick. I just got robbed.
There's actually like a certain thing about like I do kind of like this, just like you know, it's like the
it is the City of Thieves,
but it's like the the small town guy getting off the bus in New York, and like that's was it Coming to America?
Yeah, it was Coming to America.
Yeah, where he just like. He loses all his stuff in like the first 5 minutes. Okay,
to be fair, lose 1 gold piece or any 1 item you may have. So I can lose 1 gold piece. Down to 8. Unaware of your loss, you walk away. Well, I'm aware. Of course I'm aware. Me, the player, is aware, but Jeff isn't aware?
No. He's just like, man, I threw those eggs so good.
Oh, yeah, I fit right in, dude. Unaware of your loss, you walk away from the crowd to look at the various stalls. Turn to 287. The food stalls are selling fruit, vegetables, meat, and hot soup, corn, and chestnuts for hungry shoppers. You may eat some hot food if you wish, pay 1 gold piece, and increase your stamina by 2 points. The way they word things is weird. Because they say increase your stamina. I guess it's just like it's not your max. It's not add. Add is what you want.
Yeah. I mean, in the past, the way we've ruled it is like if it's a magical thing, it's more inclined to add it to you. But if it's not, then it's just healing.
To be fair, all of your gold is currently ill-gotten. All right, first of all, Twitch chat, I don't need you to be bringing that up. Okay? I've had it hard enough. I tried to be nice to the ogre.
Yeah.
I tried to be nice to the old screaming man.
Yeah.
And I killed him. I killed them both.
The kid wasn't so bad.
No.
I mean, the kid, like, the water was, not as amazing as maybe he said it would be. It probably wasn't 3 gold worth of water, but it wasn't poisonous.
Otaku Jeff, the man the cosmos hates. The soup has razor blades in it. As you choke to death, you'll be robbed. Twice. All right. I don't need to eat any soup, so I'm okay. Walking north along the west side of the square, you see a man dressed in purple velvet playing a lyre. If you wish to stop and listen, turn to 3. This has never worked out. Okay, I'm going to try again. Turn to 3. I'm going to stop and listen. Turn to 3. Please, for once.
Otaku Jeff is eternally optimistic.
Don't punish me. The man stops playing and tells you that he can bring you good fortune. For the sum of 3 gold pieces, he will sing you a song that will bring you luck. If you wish to pay the musician, turn to 37. If you do not believe him, okay. So Jeff, at this point, Jeff would be pretty beat up.
You could really use a luck boost
at this
point.
So I'm going to pay him 3 gold. I'm going down to 5. 37. Please, don't punish me for once. The man strums his lyre and sings a merry song all about you and your good fortune. He does have the power to make you lucky. Add 2 luck points and walk on to the next stall. Okay, so we pretty much kind of broke even. All right, so the game is not punishing us all the time. That art is wild. What is... I don't even want to know what that is. That's not in my book.
Yeah.
That's not the man who is playing the lyre.
I don't know.
I like that art, though. Look at his little... Is he pitching a bait? Like, is he winding up for a pitch?
I think he might be.
Huh.
Well, when you have to turn to 38, I guess you'll find out.
398. All right, it's cool. Finally. A small circle of people is standing around a bare-chested man. He is a Did I turn to the... Was that right? Was it 398 where they were supposed to go? Seems...
Yeah.
Oh, I walked onto the next stall. Okay. Yeah. This is like the next stall over. Good. A small circle of people standing around a bare-chested man. He is enormous, and his muscles look as hard as iron. He's asking the crowd for a volunteer to play catch with a cannonball. He states that whoever drops the cannonball must pay the other 5 gold pieces. If you wish to take him in on his game, turn to 378. No, I'm good, thanks. I know this one's not going to end well. 52. I'm smart enough to know. Behind the next stall is a young man selling small weapons and items of equipment. The prices of his wares are chalked up on slate. Throwing knife is 4 gold. Climbing rope, 2 gold. Butcher's meat hook, 2 gold. Iron spike, 1 gold. Lantern, 3 gold. I'm going to buy...
It's interesting. I actually kind of dig this whole, like they actually... This is actually doing a good job of sort of like...
Building the city?
Yeah, making this city appear like that there's lots of interesting, cool things happening in it.
Yeah.
Most of them don't like you, but... No. Still lots of stuff happening.
I'm going to buy the lantern. I have 5 gold. I'm going to buy the lantern. And I'm going to buy the butcher's meat hook because it's so random. That it's got to be good, right? Mm-hmm. Who needs a rope? Come on, Twitch chat.
I don't know if there's like a... I don't think there's a crafting system where you can like put the meat hook with the rope and then get a grappling hook. Like, I feel like that probably isn't a thing.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's like if you have both the meat hook and the rope, then you can make a grappling hook.
Yeah.
But
all right. If you wish to buy a summer all, make the necessary adjustments on your adventure sheet and then walk north. Page 200.
You can't go back to any of these places either, right? Just kind of
no, it's like a one-time thing. In the next stall area, there is a small, brightly colored tent. Attached to it is a small sign which reads, Madame Star Clairvoyant. If you wish to enter the tent, turn to 394. If you'd rather continue north, turn to 117. We don't have any money. We're just going to continue on north. At the end of the market, a street named Bridge Street runs north out of the square. You decide to walk down it in the hope of finding the elusive Nicodemus. It starts to rain, and the tumble-down houses huddled together on either side of the street look as if they need shelter themselves. Most have their windows boarded up and are empty. The door to one flaps noisily in the wind. If you wish to take refuge in the derelict house until the rain stops, turn to 188. If you would rather press on ahead, turn to 31. I'm going to press on.
Didn't Nicodemus live under a bridge?
I don't remember.
Nah, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
31. Ahead you see a wooden bridge stretching over a dirty river. Various bits of rubbish are floating down the sea on its black surface, and you squirm at the sight of a human hand passing by. The bridge supports and columns reach high above, and you see skulls, both human and non-human, tied to them. The wind makes an eerie noise as it whistles through the bridge structures, reminding you of tortured souls crying out for help. Almost hidden from view is a small flight of steps going down underneath the bridge from where you are standing. A one-legged man carrying a sack is crossing the bridge from the northern bank. If you wish to climb down the steps, turn to 329. If you wish to wait to talk to the man, turn to 364. Is the art... Do you have a picture for that one? Because I'm... yeah. Look at that.
Ooh. What's yours look like?
Not as great. Kind of boring.
Yeah. It's something that I definitely know. It's like, it's not just that the art isn't as detailed. It's also like, it tends to be just like straight on. Like they don't do that sort of dynamic perspectives.
Like this?
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, like that's a cool angle. Like a different kind of... And this is just like, give me a bridge. They're like, sure. You got it. Here's your bridge. I'm going to go down the steps. 329. I'm going to ignore the dude on the bridge. The smell by the water's edge is terrible. Above, you hear the sound of footsteps crossing the wooden bridge. Built into the foundations of the bridge is a wooden hut. Drawn curtains obstruct your view into the hut, but you know you are not welcome when you read the words, "Keep out," painted on the door in large red letters. Well, that's never stopped me before. You draw in a deep breath and knock on the door. You hear muttering and the shuffling of feet, and suddenly the door is thrown open. Before you stands a white-haired old man with a long beard, wearing long white robes. He looks at you sternly and says, "Explain yourself to Nicodemus."
Nice.
You were right. You remembered.
Yeah. I just had this like vague idea. What I'm really curious now about is like, what would have had like the like one-legged guy that was going across would be just like, you know, as he walks across, he just clocks you in the face just before you go down.
I guarantee you,
just
something
as like
bad.
one little extra thing.
It's something bad. You're elated to be finding Nicodemus and tell him about Zambar Bone's reign of terror in the town of Silverton, and why Owen Caroliff asked you to find his old friend to help them. Nicodemus frowns and walks back inside his hut, telling you to follow him. He sits down in a rocking chair and starts to speak in a calm voice. "I am old and tired and wish for no more adventure. I live here under Singing Bridge in Port Blacksand to escape the pleas for aid from people fallen on hard times. Hence no one bothers me. But I do wish to help my old friend Owen. I will tell you how to defeat the Night Prince, Zambar Bone. Listen carefully. Remember, you may defeat him only after sunset. In daylight hours, he exists on another plane. No doubt, he will have his servants to protect him, but should you get past them, you will need something special to deal with Bone himself. To protect yourself from his entrancing stare, you must have a white unicorn in a yellow sun tattooed on your forehead. Normal weapons will not harm him. First, you must shoot him through the heart with a silver arrow. This will paralyze him, but not kill him. Then, you must quickly rub the ground compound of black pearl, hag's hair, and a lotus flower in his open eyes. With luck, he will decay before you in seconds. If your arrow misses, I'm afraid you will die the moment he touches you. The items for the compound can all be found in Port Blacksand if you search hard enough. I regret I cannot accompany you." Nicodemus then draws you a map of how to reach Zambar Bone's guarded tower from Port Blacksand. He stands up, shakes your hand, and wishes you well. You leave his hut, climb the steps, and cross the bridge over Catfish River. Bridge Street continues north a short distance before ending at a junction. If you wish to walk west down Harbor Street, turn to 91. If you wish to turn east down Candle, so he's just like literally
Holy crap! That was just like a huge thing that, and then just like ended.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is how you beat him.
Like the other book, you actually got to like hang out with Nicodemus a bit.
Yeah. So wait, we got to get a face tattoo? Should write
I feel
this
like
down.
in Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
like Rocket Raccoon keeps being like, also we need that guy's leg.
Yeah.
I think he's like, okay, what you need is a pearl and this and get a face tattoo
Yeah,
of like a unicorn
on a yellow sun on your forehead.
on a yellow sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck. Now get out. Have fun storming the castle. Yeah. And then okay, so silver arrow. To the heart. And then rub the ground compound of black pearl, hag's hair.
But the problem is that even if you kill Zambar Bone, you're still going to have a friggin' unicorn tattoo on your forehead for the rest of your life.
It's true.
It's tough. Also, if Zambar Bone's got any buddies, it's going to be pretty obvious, who's the guy who killed them.
Yeah, it's like, it was a guy who had a tattoo on his forehead.
Good old unicorn forehead.
Harbor Street or Candle Street? Let's do Harbor Street, 91.
I feel like you're going to need to acquire some more money somehow.
Yeah, it'd be nice if
this game seems to be a lot about buying stuff.
It'd be nice if I could stop getting robbed every 3 seconds. You pass a beggar in the street. He is sitting in the gutter and holds an empty tin in his hand. If you wish to toss him a gold, no. If you'd rather walk past him, yes.
You don't have any money.
I don't even have any money to give, so.
You just like sit down next to him.
Yeah. A narrow alleyway runs south off the street between two houses. If you wish to walk down the alleyway, turn to 326. If you'd rather continue along Harbor Street, turn to 180. What's the worst that could happen down an alleyway, right?
I mean,
you can't get robbed.
You don't have any money.
I don't have any money. I'm invincible.
Big brain play.
Yeah. These thieves have no power here. 326. Ahead, the alleyway is strewn with rubbish and discarded possessions. Suddenly, you hear growling, and you see movement amongst the rubbish. You draw your sword just in time as two wild dogs, each 1.5 meters long, leap at you. Fight both dogs at the same time.
Puppers.
Those are big. 1.5 meters?
They're
That's
just,
like
they're just friendly puppers.
That's like a small horse. 1.5 meters. Those are huge.
They just want pets and licks and pieces.
And pieces of you. Oh, man. All right. Both dogs will make a separate attack on you in each attack round, but you must choose which of the two you fight. Okay, so the way fights work like this is I fight both at once. I have to concentrate on one that I can only do damage to one, but I have to defend against both.
Right.
So they have a skill of 4 and stamina of 4 and 3. I'll take the.
Now your skill is 6 right now, or is it? Did you get it up?
Yeah, it's 6.
It's 6. Oof.
I'm gonna fight the stamina with 4 first. So Jeff rolls a 13. Dog number 1. Well, dog number 1 rolls a 12. Dog number 2 rolls a 13. So I beat the one that I was trying to fight, and I tied the other one. So it goes down to 2. Jeff rolls a 10. Dog number 1 rolls a 10. Dog number 2 rolls a 10. So everybody we're all just bouncing off each other. Jeff. Oh, that's a pretty good roll. Rolls a 17. Dog number 1. I don't think they can even 16. Oh, they can't even beat this. Doesn't matter. So I kill the first dog.
You only do 2 to him, right?
What?
He's got 4 stamina, right?
Yeah, I killed the first one.
Oh.
I have to kill the other one now. There's
I
two
thought you
dogs.
only hit them. I thought you only hit him once. That was the second time you hit him.
That's the second time I've hit that dog.
Cool.
Yeah. Because I hit him the first round, second round we tied, and then this is the third round. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Jeff rolls a 9. Dog rolls a 10. So Jeff takes 2 points. Jeff rolls a 16. Dog rolls not enough. Goes to 1. It's thrilling combat. Jeff rolls a 12 and dog rolls a 11. Cool. The dogs are dead.
Feel good about that?
Well, I mean,
184.
yeah. If you win, turn to 184.
The dogs have 100 gold pieces each.
That would be sick, yeah. Wait, 184? Do you have any of Mrs. Pipe's golden flowers? If you do, turn to 55. If not, turn to 308.
The one place you didn't go.
308. There is nothing to be found in the alleyway, so you return to Harbor Street and turn left. Turn to 180. Cool. Ahead, you hear the noisy clatter of galloping hooves on the cobblestones. You hear the noise of wooden wheels and an urging voice followed by the crack of a whip. Someone is rapidly approaching in a horse-drawn carriage. If you wish to see who it is, turn to 344. If you would rather hide out of sight behind a barrel and watch the carriage pass by, turn to 34. Well, yeah, I kind of want to see who it is. This game's... You step out into the middle of the street and wait. Suddenly, a pair of horses come galloping into view, pulling an ornate gold carriage. The driver sees you and, cracking his whip, yells, "Make way for Lord Azar!" If you wish to step out of the path of the oncoming carriage, turn to 58. If you wish to stay where you are, turn to 252. There's some art there. I don't know if they have the picture of the carriage. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like you're not going to win this game of chicken.
No. I know I'm not.
It's like, you know what happens to a carriage when it runs into a guy in the middle of the street? Not much.
I kind of want to see what happens, though.
Maybe he'll be like, you know what? I respect you for staying in the middle of the street.
You sold me, Paul. 252. Yeah, I respect the heck out of that. Wow, you must be a strong adventurer. The carriage is not going to stop. Suddenly, the four horses, their eyes wide with terror, are almost on top of you. You must dive to one side to avoid being run down. Test your luck. If you're lucky, you escape injury from the horses as you land in the gutter. If you're unlucky, you are trampled underfoot by one of the horses. Well, we have to roll a 7 or under. Eight. Well, we get trampled. 155. Lose 3 stamina points. Oh, that's not so bad. If you are still alive, you stand up and brush yourself down. The carriage races out of view and you set off west again, hoping that you will have another opportunity to meet the infamous Lord Azar. Turn to 171. Well, that was actually pretty tame.
What? Why do you want to meet him?
Good question. Don't know. Well, we're fine. 171. The street gradually starts to run downhill. The houses end at a tavern called the Black Lobster. And the street opens out onto a quayside. A stone jetty runs out to sea, and tied to it is an old galleon. It is flying the skull. Pardon?
Black Lobster.
Yeah. I just think of, the character in Happy Gilmore. He's like, hey, shooter, I'll take you to Red Lobster, my treat. I'll take you to Black Lobster, my treat. Like, no.
If the lobsters are black, that might not be a great place for the seafood. I feel like.
Yeah. Stone jetty runs out to sea and is tied to it is an old galleon. It is flying the Skull and Crossbones and is probably one of the many pirate ships that anchor in Port Blacksand to offload their booty. Harbor Street turns right at the jetty and runs north parallel to the shore as far as you can see. If you wish to walk down the jetty to climb on board the ship, turn to 399. If you wish to walk north up Harbor Street, turn to 78. Yeah, I'll go on the ship, right? There's a cool art too. There's more art. That's the ship with the little flag and everything. 399. A rope ladder hangs down from the stern of the ship to the jetty. There is also a gangplank leading up the side of the ship. If you wish to board the ship by climbing the rope ladder, turn to 87. If you wish to walk up the gangplank, what's the difference? What? What a bizarre choice. What? One of these is going to be very bad.
Yeah, it's like, so there's a rope up to the back, and then so I guess it's like I guess the rope up to the back rope thing is a little more covert.
I guess, yeah. I'm going to try the rope ladder. Yeah, 87. You reach the top of the ladder and peer over the handrail to survey the ship's deck. There are two large masts rising into the air from the deck. Wooden boxes, barrels, and coils of rope lie all around, and one of the ship's crew stands on guard at the top of the gangplank. In the center of the deck, there is a small cabin with an open door. Through the door, you see stairs leading down to the lower decks. If you wish to inspect any of the wooden boxes and barrels, you will have to deal with the pirate on guard, turn to 120. If you wish to creep along the deck to the stairs, turn to 50. Well, I'm a master thief, so 50 it is.
I'm concerned about whatever's on page 88.
Oh, yeah.
Something bad. So you're creeping?
I'm creeping. The stairs lead down into the ship's cargo hold. It is empty. Opposite you, a corridor leads from the hold to two closed doors. You walk along the corridor and listen at the doors. From the door on your left, you hear loud snoring. From the door on your right, you hear nothing. If you wish to open the door on the left, turn to 271. If you wish to open the door on the right, turn to 232. Didn't we run into this the same thing? There was a snoring on the other side of a door?
I don't know.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Let's go with the quiet door, 232. The door opens into a small room, in the center of which stands a steaming tub of hot water. If you wish to hide behind the door inside the room to see who is about to take a bath, turn to... If you would rather close the door, turn to 383. What? Why?
I was hoping it's just if you want to take a bath, just go,
Yeah. That's weird. No, I'm not doing that. Closing the door, 383, dude. Hell no.
But that's when whoever's going to take a bath will be most vulnerable.
If you have not done so already, you may open the other door, turn to 271, or leave the ship to continue your search of Port Blacksand, walking north up Harbor Street. Well, we might as well open up the other door, 271. Asleep in their bunks are three pirates. Their room is small and contains only clothing and a few personal possessions. It looks as if the pirates have been drinking and gambling. There is an uncorked bottle of rum, a mug, and a pack of cards on top of a barrel in the center of the room. You see one of the pirates is wearing a small leather pouch around his neck. If you wish to creep up and try to cut it loose, turn to 162. If you would rather close the door again and not take any risks, turn to 284. Well, I'm broke, and I'm probably going to need to buy a bunch of stuff, so forgive me, but I got to steal from this pirate.
You have to apologize to me.
Yeah, well, I'm more apologizing just in general. 162. Oh, test your luck. If you're lucky, you manage to cut the pouch loose without waking the pirates up. If you're unlucky, the man's eyes flick open as you try to cut the cord, and he grabs hold of your arm while calling out to his mates for help. So I could drink my potion of luck now, and that bumps me up to a 9 luck.
Because it fills you to full plus one, right?
Yeah. I'm going to do it now. So we're going to drink the potion of luck. We're going to go up to 9. We're going to give ourselves the best odds. Steal this stupid pouch. Truly, I'm the unluckiest person on the planet. Oh no. I got a 10. Well, okay, cool. Well, that didn't really work out. Calls his mates for help. 226. Oh, geez. You manage to break free from the pirate's grip and draw your sword. You step backwards towards the door as the pirates leap from their bunks to grab their cutlasses. The room is cramped, and you fight them one at a time. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. Well, it's pretty bad, but... I can escape. I'm going to try to fight it, though. So, these pirates, there's 3 of them. They have skills of 6, 5, and 7, respectively, and staminas of 6, 4, and 4. So the first pirate, with a skill of 6 and a stamina of 6, and Jeff has a skill of 6. Jeff rolls a 5. Pirate rolls a 3. Sick. Good start. Jeff rolls a 6. Pirate rolls a 10. I go down to 13. Jeff rolls a 3. Pirate rolls a lot. Go to 11. Jeff rolls an 8. Pirate rolls a 7. Okay. I'm listening. Jeff rolls an 8. Pirate rolls a 2. That pirate is dead. All right, so the first pirate goes down. The second pirate has a skill of 5 and stamina 4. So Jeff rolls a 7. I guess it has to be like one above. Rolls an 8. That means we tied, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we tied. Jeff rolls a 7. Pirates rolls a 6. And then Jeff rolls a 7. Pirate rolls a 5. So that pirate dies. Last pirate has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 4. So Jeff rolls a 12. This pirate rolls a lot. So Jeff is at 9. Jeff rolls a 13. Pirate rolls a lot. I'm at 7. Jeff rolls a 5. Holy crap. I'm going to die to this pirate. I guess I could escape. But... I'm losing a lot. What do you mean? Why would I lie about the... Yeah, I'm not going to lie about the dice rolls to a chat. Come on. What?
It's also not going to... If he was lying, he'd probably be winning more.
Yeah, I'd be winning a lot more.
Sorry, I'm having some trouble with the overhead camera
That's all
right
right.
now, which is why it's not on the screen.
Jeff rolls a 2. This pirate rolls an 8. All right, I'm at 3. I got to win like 2 in a row, like now. Hey, Jeff rolled an 8. Yes. Oh, no, we tied. He rolled a 7. And he has a 7 skill. 14. We tied? Okay. Jeff rolls a 7.
It's like stealing from pirates is not a good idea.
Okay. That pirate rolled a 3. So I got to hit it on the pirate. I just got to hit it one more time. Jeff rolls a 5. Pirate rolls a 4. So we tied because he has a 7 skill. Okay. Jeff Rolls an 11. Please, God. Rolls an 8. Okay, we killed the pirate. Ooh, boy, that was that was spooky. We need to eat. Our max health is 20. I'm just gonna eat like 4 rations, go down to 2, and go back up to 19.
Gonna die, but you'll die fat.
Yeah. If you win, turn to 111. You cut the pouch from round the pirate's neck and open it. Inside are 6 black pearls.
That's something you need to shove into the eyes of Zambar Bone, right?
Add 2 luck points. Oh yeah, we go back to 11 luck.
I mean, of course, the pirates have the black pearls. Yeah, so that makes sense.
You leave the room with your valuable treasure. Outside in the corridor, you may either open the other door if you had not done so already, or leave the ship and continue your search of Port Blacksand, walking north up Harbor Street. We're just going to leave. Go to 78. The street runs north along the quayside for a few hundred meters before arriving at a junction. If you wish to continue north up Harbor Street, turn to 256. If you wish to walk east along Clogged Street, turn to 216. Let's go to Clogged Street.
Good street names.
Yeah. Clogged Street is very narrow and lined with terrace cottages and the occasional shop. To your left, you see what looks like a small boy lying face down on the cobblestones, groaning loudly. A hood is pulled over his head, and you cannot see his face. A wooden hoop and stick lie by his side. If you wish to stop to help, turn to 72. If you'd rather walk on, turn to 317.
Wow, the old
they
hoop,
can't punish me every time.
The old hoop and stick is a more dangerous game than I assumed.
I could practice in his hoop and stick. You think it's a trap? I'm going to stop and help. 72. As you bend down to help the injured boy, he suddenly rolls over and you see the flashing blade of a dagger before your eyes. The boy is in fact a goblin. The boy is in fact a goblin thief, and you must fight him for your life. Goblin's got a skill of 5 and a stamina of 4. Sick.
So there's something about the fact that the goblin not only was like, oh, I'm a little kid that's dead in the street, but also like set up the hoop and stick.
Yeah.
To like create a sort of a narrative.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
All right, so we got to fight again. Jeff rolls a 7.
Overhead's working again.
Oh.
At least for now.
Goblin rolls a 9, so that beats me. Cool. Take some damage. Jeff rolls a 12. Goblin rolls a 12, so that's tied. Jeff rolls a 16. Goblin rolls a not enough, so Goblin only has 4 stamina, so I only have to hit it twice. Jeff rolls a 14. I can do math. And the Goblin does not. Okay, so we killed a tiny child Goblin. If you win, turn to 208.
Anybody who's who's watching from like any distance away, just saw you like kill a kid.
Yeah.
It was like a goblin wearing like a cloak that nobody could really see.
To be fair, it attacked me first, right? And any witness would see that.
Sure, yeah, they would.
The goblin's pocket contains 2 gold pieces, a clove of garlic, and some old knuckle bones. Take what you wish and head east along Clogged Street. Turn to 317. I want to take it all.
Take his hoop and stick.
Yeah, take the hoop and stick. Clove of garlic.
Was garlic one of the things you needed?
No. Black pearl, hag's hair, lotus flower. Which means I probably have to get back to the flower shop somehow.
I guess.
But I have no money. Gotta
find some more kids to mug, I guess.
317. One of the shops to your left is a candle maker's. There are many different colored candles burning brightly in the window. If you wish to enter the shop, turn to 241. If you wish to continue east, turn to 280. I don't think the candle maker has anything to do. 280. We're going to go to 280.
Wait, you have two... Do you have 2 gold?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Further along the street, on the left is another shop. A sign outside reads, Ben Boryman, Silversmith. If you wish to enter the shop, turn to 213. If you'd rather keep going east, turn to... The fact that they named it, it's like, I have to go in. 213.
Ben Boryman. Yeah, named NPCs are always somebody to talk to.
Yeah, a man wearing a white apron is sitting at a bench, busily finishing a silver goblet.
Oh, right, you need a silver arrow, right?
Oh, yeah. There are several silver objects in a glass cupboard secured by an iron grill at the back of the shop. You may talk to the silversmith, attack him with your sword, or leave the shop and continue east. Let's talk to him. 248. You ask Ben Boryman if he has any silver arrows for sale. He replies that he does not, but will make one for you at the cost of 10 gold pieces or 2 magic items. If you can afford his asking price, turn to 85. If you cannot afford to pay the price, turn to 42. Well, I can't afford.
Maybe there's some sort of alternative payment.
You tell the man that you cannot pay the price he is asking. He shrugs his shoulders and says, well, do you have any food? You open your backpack and he takes all of your remaining provisions. He then starts to cast the silver arrow and you wait patiently as he makes it. Finally, he presents you with it and assures you that it will be accurate in flight. You thank him for his trouble and leave his shop. Outside, you set off once again. Well, it's a good thing I only had 2 provisions left.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank goodness we topped up. Oh, I'd be upset.
I'm actually kind of amazed that this is the game being like, you really, really need these.
Yeah.
I guess we'll give them to you.
What kind of, like...
Considering what other kind of stuff they make you go through, it's impressive that they actually, like, gave you these.
What kind of shop owner's like, you got any money? I'm like, no. You got any food? It's like, yeah, I guess. I got a bag of chips, some snacks. Like, yeah, I'll make you an arrow. That's wild to me.
I'll give you a silver arrow for whatever's in your pocket.
Well, I got some Twinkies. All right. Well, we have a silver arrow, so that's 100. Turn to 100.
Do you need a bow? Can you just throw the arrow at him?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, we need a bow. Paul, I didn't even think about that. Oh, no.
I mean, better you think about it now than like right way. It's like, okay, so then I'm going to shoot the arrow. Fudge.
Yeah. All right. Sir Lancelot, Sir Galahad, and I. It's like, what was his plan? Sir Lancelot, Sir Galahad, and I. Spring forth from the horse. Yeah. You soon arrive at a junction. If you wish to turn north into Tower Street, turn to 127. If you wish to continue east into Stable Street, turn to 246. We're basically looking around for all these items. What happens if that shopkeeper, like, how much food do you have? What if I had no food? There wasn't an option for that, right?
Yeah.
So regardless, you get the silver arrow.
Yeah, it was sort of, it's going to take whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 10 gold, 2 magic items, all your food. I have no food.
Yeah. Okay,
I'll just make it for you. You know what? I got nothing to do right now.
It's like I'm really bored.
Yeah.
I want to go to Stable Street, 246. As you walk warily down the narrow cobbled street, you are suddenly confronted by a little old man who dashes out of one of the houses. He pulls a dirty bottle out of a canvas bag. As he speaks, you can't help staring at the large wart on his nose with its tuft of hair. He smiles and asks if you would like to pay 2 gold pieces for a drink of his wonderful healing potion. If you wish to pay for a drink, turn to 98. If you would rather keep going east, turn to 363. Well, we have no money.
You have 2 gold pieces, don't you?
Oh, I do. But I don't need healing.
Yeah.
It might heal my skill, but I doubt it. This game has done nothing but punish me every time I do something.
I mean, just drinking random potions that, like, a guy just walking down the street.
It's piss. Yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to turn this one down.
Yeah, actually, it's not even a guy walking down the street. It's a guy, like, runs out of the house and is like, hey, drink this. Yeah. 2 gold.
Hey, drink this, and waits for you to drink it. That'll be 2 gold. Yeah. 363. In the middle of the street, you see a large manhole cover. If you wish to lift the manhole cover to see where it leads, turn to 48. If you'd rather keep walking east, turn to 205. Yeah, I want to go into the sewer. Hell yeah. 48.
Otaku Jeff in the sewer? That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's perfect sense. There is an iron ladder secured to the rim of a hole descending into a tunnel below. It is dark, and a very unpleasant smell rises up from below. If you wish to climb down the ladder, turn to 321. If you wish to replace the manhole cover and continue east, turn to 205. What's the worst that could happen? 321.
Like, if you're planning on opening a manhole cover and you're put off by a little smell, you probably shouldn't have opened it in the first place.
And that's why you do this show, Paul, because you get it. At the bottom of the ladder, you realize, much to your disgust, that you are standing in a sewer. There are torches along the tunnel wall.
There's a sewer in the sewer.
Wait a second.
There's sewer in the sewer.
This is a sewer.
Wait, lit torches are down in the... That doesn't seem...
There are torches along the tunnel, or along the tunnel wall, giving a very dim light, and droplets of water make eerie sounds as they fall into the sewage water. If you wish to walk north along the tunnel, turn to 356. If you wish to walk south, turn to 118. Let's go 118. You can hear some scratching sounds in the tunnel ahead. Then you see a long shadow appear on the curved brick wall. In the dim light, you can just make out the large shape of something black and shiny moving towards you. The scratching becomes louder, and you also hear clicking sounds. The monster is only a couple of meters ahead of you when you recognize it as a giant centipede. Do you possess an insect bracelet? If you do, turn to 2. If not, turn to 166. Well, we're dead.
It's like, just out of random curiosity, do you happen to have an insect bracelet? No, why?
No reason. No reason. Yeah. Carry on. Yeah. 166. Oh, we're dead. You will have to swing your sword with all your might to pierce the armor-like shell of this monster. Skill 10.
Skill 10?
Stamina 5.
And you can't run away.
Well, we're probably dead.
It's a good point. Technically, in centipede, not an insect.
So, what is the mathematical chances of beating this thing?
I mean, his stamina isn't that high.
I'd have to push my luck because I have to kill it in 2 turns. And it has to roll, like, low. So what numbers can I not beat? What's the highest? The highest I can roll is an 18. Yeah. So if it rolls higher than an 8, I can't possibly win.
Right.
Just roll well. Yeah, we're going to press our luck if we hit. All right.
Unfortunately, it still will take 2 hits, but
yeah,
at least it'll be not 3 hits.
Okay, so Jeff rolls a 12. So it needs to roll 2 and we tie.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, it rolled an 8, so it's an 18. So Jeff takes 2. I'm at 15. All right, Jeff rolls an 8. It's a 14.
14.
So lower than a 4? 5. Jeff takes 2. All right, Jeff rolls 12. Yeah, it's no. Centipede smacks me again. Jeff.
Okay, that's pretty good.
15. Nope. Jeff Okay, it's a 16.
Best yet.
16.
Best yet, and it just bunked off.
Jeff, another 15?
15? Yeah.
Nope. Goes to 7.
It's a shame this glove is so stylish.
6. 12. Nope. Jeff goes to 5. Jeff. Oh, that's a 14. That's a 4. That's a 10. I can't even. Yeah, this thing is. Man, why do I roll so bad for myself? This is wild. Jeff got a 15. Oh! I got a hit. Okay. I'm gonna push my luck.
I mean, you doing it now or doing it the next time you hit, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm 2 hits away from dying anyway. 9. My luck is 11. Okay, so we go down to 10. We do 4 damage.
all you got to do is like give it a little poke.
Yeah, I just have to hit it once.
Remember, you can use luck to reduce your damage
yeah.
if you have to, like reduce the damage you take.
Yeah. So Jeff, 10. Okay. That's a 16.
16. It's not bad.
Please God, if there's any justice in the world, come on, baby. 17. I'm gonna take my. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm dead in 2 hits anyway. I'm at 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I should have done it earlier, but okay. We have no food. 13? I need like snake eyes? Nope. Jeff dies. Oh, we lost to the centipede.
Eaten by a centipede.
This one was hard.
This one was very interesting. Like there's lots of it was like all sorts of just like navigating these little streets, and it's like, do you want to go in here? Do you want to go in here? Do you want to go in here? Do you want to go in here?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of dig it, actually.
I liked like the world building, but I don't know.
But yeah,
these fighting fantasy ones, I don't like the I loved the other book.
Oh, really?
The other one was way more fun to play.
Interesting.
This one,
even with all the teleporting.
Yeah, that one was just like I felt like I was making more conscious decisions. Like with the other book, it was like, do you want to do this or that? And I wasn't like. Fairymound was awesome because A, it was ridiculous. It was dumb.
Yeah, yeah.
And they like some of the things they brought up and like the world building I loved. Like this one, I liked the like you travel. I felt like I was traveling around a city, but I don't like how punishing everything is. That's not fun to me. It's like they're just constantly punishing me.
I've heard in sort of doing research on the books that apparently that's one of the big things, one of the differences in philosophy between Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson, the two authors of these books, is that Ian Livingstone's tend to be fairly like there is a right way, like there's sort of like the golden path.
Mm-hmm.
That if you do all the right things, you get through it, but otherwise you get totally screwed.
Yeah.
Whereas Steve Jackson's tend to be a little more puzzly.
Really?
So it's kind of interesting that they sort of have slightly different philosophies in setting them up.
Would it be less punishing? Your skill is better? I don't think so because like
you could do more fighting.
Yeah, I would probably like if my skill was better, I would have like won that fight probably. But
like you definitely got knocked down quite often by either by fighting or because you didn't want to fight, so you tried to do the other thing, and then the other thing punished you even worse.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a consideration. Should we take a quick break and maybe try again, but kind of fast track through a little bit?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we could try some of the options you didn't do before. See what's in the flower shop, that kind of stuff. All right. Let's try that. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back. And Otaku Jeff Mark II, the younger,
better, faster, stronger. Hello and welcome back to Dice Friends. My name is Adam. I'm joined by Paul on tech, and we are doing our fighting fantasy / choose your own adventure style of stream tonight in lieu of Heat Death, which is currently on hiatus because of everything that's going on with the coronavirus. We are trying to stay away from each other, and we are trying to set a good example by socially distancing ourselves from each other, and it's hard because of what we do. And you can see, yeah, they can see the distance right there.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Nice. We're make sure we're nice and far away.
Yeah, it's at least 8 feet. I think it's got to be. So that was very good, Paul. I wasn't ready for that. So we are currently we did a playthrough of the City of Thieves books. We got absolutely dumpstered.
Yeah,
that wasn't remotely close.
Like, you accomplished some stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, you know, if you were a hardcore player about this, you would have been like taking notes about where everything was and what things you do. But something I like about this, actually, in comparison to some of the other ones, is like the city is effectively basically like a maze, but it's not just like, do you want to go left or right? Do you want to go left or right? Do you want to go left or right?
Yeah.
It's easier to sort of be like, oh, I didn't go to the flower shop before. Let's see what's in the flower shop or whatever. Like, it's kind of nice that way.
At least now we know that we're not going to get robbed by everybody, at least in the beginning. So yeah, this is a wiser Otaku Jeff.
Yeah. An Otaku Jeff that doesn't take is more resigned to you know, seeing the worst in people. Not so optimistic as the previous.
So I'm gonna. Do you want me to roll stats again? Yeah, we should probably roll stats.
I mean, it would be hard for them to be worse.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so our skill. Oh, a skill's a D6 plus. All right. Oh, a 5. That's pretty good.
All right.
An 11 skill. I'll take it. And then hit points are 820. Cool.
This is previous Otaku Jeff's like big brother. It's like, hey.
And luck is a 9. That's not bad. 11 skill is the real dinger.
Yeah, that's gonna help a lot.
Once you get into like double-digit skills, everything gets a lot easier.
Well, is it like, other than like that the centipede was by far the scariest thing you fought, and that was a 10.
Yeah. All right.
Which also, you know that maybe you don't want to go down to the.
So I'm going to fast track a few of these,
unless you do want to fight the centipede.
Yeah. Well, now I would. Now I'm going to pick every fight I can.
Okay, and you know that you need Silver Arrow, and you know that you need the Black Pearl, and you know where those are.
Yeah.
So now you just have to find the other stuff.
Now I just need to find Hag's Hair, Lotus Flower,
and there was something.
And I have to get a tattoo.
And there was something to do with fighting those dogs, and if you had a flower.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, that doesn't make sense, but maybe there's something cool there, or maybe it's just like, okay, cool, good for you.
Ooh, Otaku Jess. Yeah, we could do that. You want to be Otaku Jess, Twitch chat?
All right.
Otaku Jess it is. There you go. See?
Otaku
Jeff is like... Otaku Jeff doesn't have to be gendered, right? It's just the name I gave.
It's a... well, yeah, it's a title.
Yeah, it's a title. Otaku Jess. There you go. It can be whatever you want. Yeah. All right, so we're going to kind of fast track some of these entries just because we've done a lot of them already. Plus my voice is starting to die a little bit once you get to like the second hour of these things.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we get to the guard. The guard's like, hey, what's up? What are you doing here? Last time we were like, where's Nicodemus? And he's like, fool. It's like, you idiot.
I'll tell you where he is. He's in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Where you are.
So.
So you could do the sell some stuff, or you could just fight him.
Yeah.
Like, we know... Yeah. Because of what we know about these guys now...
Some tea? I have tea right here.
I mean, I don't feel bad about fighting them.
Fight him, you coward? All right. Fight him. 49. As you draw your sword, the guard leaps to his right and attempts to ring a small bell on the wall of the guardhouse. Test your luck. If you're lucky, he misses the bell, curses, and turns to fight you with his pike. If you are unlucky, he manages to grab the bell and rings it loudly before turning to fight you with his pike.
This is whether he gets his reinforcements. Right?
Yeah. So we have to roll 9 or under. I rolled a 2. Okay, we're lucky. Sweet. And I go down to an 8 luck. Oh, I have 30 gold now. I also have my potion of luck back.
Yeah, and you're keeping it.
And I also have my 10 provisions. I also don't have the arrow. I don't have the knuckle bones. I don't have that. I don't have any of this stuff. Kind of want to kill that hobo and smash the glass ball, though. Otaku
Jess is going into business for herself.
Yeah.
She's going to have so much gold. Oh, yeah, you can smash that thing.
Let's go to 10. The guard is really annoyed. The guard is really annoyed and charges at you with his pike. Skill of 8, stamina 7. Wow, skill of 8?
Dude, man, this would have like killed you at the
very beginning. It would have murdered me. My 6th skill or whatever. Yeah. Skill of 8. Jeff rolls a 22. The guard rolls a 17. So the guard has a stamina of 7.
If the fight lasts longer than 6 rounds, the other guys show up, I think.
Oh, if you win and the fight lasts 6 attack rounds or less, turn to 212. Ah, that's important. Okay.
All right. So that's one round.
Yeah. Jeff rolls another 22. Guard rolls a 16. I wonder if I want to double the damage. Now that I know I want to beat him in 6 rounds. I should be able to beat him in 6 rounds, right?
It's always the case with this. Like, if you have been rolling 11s with previous Otaku Jeff, you still would have been fine.
I'm going to push my luck.
All right.
6. Okay, so I do 4 damage.
Yeah. So so you've done 6 in total now.
Yeah.
So just one more hit and he's dead.
Yeah, he's at 1. So Jeff goes, I roll a 16. Guard goes 15? Yeah. So guard dies.
Boom.
Sweet.
3 turns.
That's what 11 skill will do for her. Yeah. All right. Turn of 212.
But it's that dumb thing where it's like you're better at fighting and also you're rolling better.
Yeah. Yeah, also that. You're relieved that the noise of your fight did not attract any more guards, but not wishing to tempt Providence, you dash into the city, turn to 74. That was way easier than the last whatever they made me do.
Well, last time you got into the city, but you just were out gold.
Blah, blah, blah. This is the one where Key Market or Clock Street. I went down Clock Street, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Let's go. Well, I could do the same thing again.
If you want to go for that
flower shop,
and the old guy with the smoke ball.
Yeah, I want to break the smoke ball. I want to go to 17. I really want to see what happens when you do that. 17. Yeah, walk along the street. There's a guy, head rests on his hands, and he looks thoroughly miserable. If you wish to talk to him, you're going to try to talk to him.
Somehow, the fact that you're now, like, basically seeking this guy out to kill him makes it feel slightly different.
Where's that old homeless guy? Did everybody see him? Yeah, so Madman, skill of 5, stamina 5. So, don't think I'm losing this one, but you never know. Jeff rolls a 13. Madman rolls max. Cool.
There we go.
All right. Well, Jeff takes 2. Goes to 18. Jeff rolls a 20. Madman rolls a 15. Jeff rolls a 15. Madman rolls a 16. Cool. Right on. This Madman's kicking the crap out of me. Jess, I saw you remember it's Jess. Jess is a 17. Madman is a 13. Not enough. Let's do 1. Jess rolls a 18. Oh, his max isn't even good enough to beat that, is it? 17?
17,
yeah. Sweet. Madman dies. If you win, turn 86. Turn 86. All right, so this is the one, the leather pouch, the small glass ball containing what looks like swirling smoke. We're going to smash it to the ground. 45. The glass ball shatters on impact with the cobbled street. On contact with the air, the smoke turns a golden color and begins to take the shape of a winged helmet. Wow, the helmet solidifies and rests on the street, sparkling in the sunlight. It is the most magnificent helmet you have ever seen. If you wish to place it on your head, turn to 376. If you'd rather leave it alone, like, nah, I'm good. Like, you, when you're watching somebody be like, psh, and then like this helmet appears, and you're like, just leaves. Oh, that's cursed. It's got to be cursed, right?
Yeah, I think the guy would be like wearing it if it. I don't know.
I'm gonna put it on 376. The helmet fits your head perfectly, as though it had been especially made for you. It has magic properties also, and will allow you to add 1 point to all future dice rolls when computing your attack strength during combat as long as you wear it. Add 1 luck point. Wow. So we have a 12 skill. And we're back up to 8 luck. Well,
this is the like, you know,
the worst part is he had that sit in my back. I just put it in my backpack.
Well, and it lost the smoke too.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, comparing notes. So like, how was the City of Thieves? Oh, it was really nice. Everyone was really nice. I got this awesome hat. How about you? They killed me. Yeah. And then stole my stuff and then killed me again. And then spit on my corpse.
Then I went into the sewer and I got eaten by a centipede. Oh man, that's funny. All right.
I feel like this is illustrating, you know, just some people go through life with the, you know, with the skill 11.
Yes.
That's just the facts. That's just how life is.
It's just genetics, Paul.
Yeah.
It's just 161. Okay. So this is the one where one of the houses is slightly open. This is where the ogre was.
Right.
Did we get anything for... We got 2 gems.
Got money and gems from killing him.
It's probably worth it. Right? We have to give him food, though?
No. I mean, I think you could have just fought.
Oh, we got cursed by the glove.
Yeah.
I'm just going to skip the ogre. The ogre's not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, that glove really boned you.
Yeah. If you wish to keep going, 282.
I mean, you don't have to put on the glove. You could be like, hey, Zanbar Bone, how about a glove?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, that's obviously cursed. I'm not an idiot.
Damn it. He's smarter than I am. On the right-hand side of the street, you see a large wooden barrel and a small boy. Oh, this is the boy. That one just healed me, right? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. 247.
Keep on walking.
Blah, blah, blah. You suddenly jump by... Oh, yeah, this is when we get jumped by the dwarves. So... we gotta test our luck.
Mm-hmm.
7. And I have an 8. So we are lucky. If you're lucky, you avoid the blow, so 384.
I'm pretty sure you do not want to follow them
No.
down.
Yeah, we're not going to chase them, so 396. Oh, and here's the flower shop. Okay, so on the left-hand side of the street is a flower shop. The window is filled with exotic and colorful flowers. If you wish to enter the shop, turn to 145. If you prefer to keep... Yeah, we'll enter. So 145. Inside the shop, an old woman is busily watering the flowers and plants. She looks up and smiles, saying, "Good afternoon. My name is Mrs. Pipe. Can I interest you in one of my special flowers? If you wish to see what she has to offer, turn to 293. If you wish to leave the shop, refuse politely and head west, turn to 294. 293 it is.
Why he called Mrs. Pipe? Wham!
Das Pipe. She explains that she has just picked one of her golden flowers. There are 10 golden petals on the flower, and you are told that if dipped in dog's blood, each petal, plucked and thrown on the ground, will change into a gold piece. Mrs. Pipe asks for any magic item, piece of armor, or food, 2 portions of your provisions, in exchange for the golden flowers. If you wish to trade with Mrs. Pipe, make the necessary changes to your adventure sheet. Do I want to trade food?
I mean, 2 rations.
Yeah.
Not like you're getting hurt now.
Yeah, I guess we'll give her 2 food for the flower.
For the dog's blood flowers?
Yeah.
What I love is that you didn't go into here because you didn't have any money.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want money.
Give her any money. Yeah. That's wild. Why dog's blood?
So now you have to like go find those
dogs,
stray dogs, so that you can kill them and dip a flower in their blood. This is not.
Game's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you're the good guy.
I don't think we were ever really the good guy, to be honest, in any of these books.
I mean,
we're kind of an asshole. We just kind of do whatever we want.
Last Otaku Jeff was kind of nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he paid for it with his life.
Yeah. Okay, so there's another shop on the other side on the left-hand side of the street. An iron grill over the window prevents you from seeing what kind of shop it is. Is this the gem?
This is the gem shop. You don't have any gems. You could, however,
buy the ring.
He has rings.
Yeah, we're gonna go in,
and you can actually find out what they cost.
So 336.
You actually have all your money in it still. I mean, you could have got more money from the ogre, but
yeah. So we come in. Jeweler's like blah blah blah. Large battle axe. So price of rings. Offer to sell him gems or attack him with my sword. I'll check the prices first. Jeez, why does everything got to be like, do you want to attack him?
I mean, you could, I guess.
Do you want to attack him, Jess?
Get the...
Good joke, Adam. Thanks. The man leans on the counter and tells you that a ring of invisibility costs 10 gold, a ring of fire costs 8, a ring of ice costs 7 gold pieces. If you wish to buy one of the rings, make the necessary deduction on your adventure sheet. Bidding the man farewell, you slip the ring on your finger and leave the shop to head west.
I like that you can't decide. You're like, after now that I've heard the prices, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
So do you want one of those rings?
Yeah, I'll buy the ring of invisibility. It doesn't work.
He just like gives you air. Yeah, the ring's invisible.
196.
So you have a ring invisible?
Yeah. This is the one where this is the illusion of choice, the 4-way junction. They describe 4 ways, and then we follow the crowd doing
it doesn't tell you what any of those rings do, so presumably it's just like, if you've got the ring invisibility, use it now.
Yeah. Also, that we lose a gold because the lady gives us 2 eggs.
There's no way to avoid that.
No, we can't avoid it. So I lose a gold piece, I go down to 19. And then we keep walking in stalls, 287.
You haven't been hurt?
Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah, you did get hurt.
So I'm gonna pay a gold to go down to 18 and heal for 2.
Instead of using your delicious soup.
Delicious soup.
This
dude playing the lyre. That's the guy who increases my luck, right?
Yeah, you might as well get that filled up.
So we do that. Go to 3. Go to 3. Pay him 3 gold. So we're at 15 and 37. Add 2 luck. Cool. We're back to 9. Yeah. 398. This is like a speed run of this. Small circle. Oh, this is the cannonball guy.
Yeah, this is this is like the Groundhog Day run, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
tell me the thing you're going to tell me.
I think I'm going to play this game. 378. Yeah. It's got to be good, right? Roll 1 die alternatively for yourself and for the bare-chested man to represent the cannonball passing between you. Repeat this process until a 1 is thrown, in which case the cannonball will have dropped and the loser must pay the winner 5 gold. After finishing the game, you walk on a bit further. So the first person to roll a 1
Your
loses.
strength doesn't actually help you with this.
No.
Sorry, the scan is really bad on this one. It must the I think on the scan it was like going into the spine of the page, so it didn't come out through very well.
All right. Jeff? 4.
So it's whoever rolls a 1 first.
Yeah. Yeah! Give me my 5 gold!
He's like, here's the cannonball, and then you throw it back, and he's like, oh, right, I was supposed to catch it.
I wasn't ready. Yeah. All right. Finally. Jess. Sorry. Keep forgetting. Jess. Yes. Her name is Jess. All right, Jess. Good job. Jess lifts. Yeah. All right. After finish the game, you walk on a bit further. 52. Cool.
Again, her strength didn't actually help her at all there.
Nope.
Otaku Jeff could have tried that exactly the same way.
Could have.
I predict it wouldn't have worked for him, though.
It wouldn't have worked as well.
All right.
This is the store.
So you didn't use any of this stuff, and you didn't actually get an opportunity to use any of it. Like there's no time when it was like, if you've got a throwing rope or a climbing rope, do it now.
We need to find the insect ring is what we need to find.
Yeah.
I don't know what to... I want to kind of just buy it all.
I mean, you've got, what, 20 gold now?
24.
24 gold? So it's... Yeah, 12 for everything? I mean, it's all sorts of... It's some good adventuring gear right there.
Yeah. I'm going to buy it all. So, throwing knife.
Right, I had a D&D campaign with Dale where...
Was this, like, not streamed, I guess?
Yeah, this was just a personal game.
Yeah.
And we got into a situation where we had like 2 or 3 things in a row where we were like, does nobody have rope? Why do we not have rope? We're pirates. Why do we not have rope with us? And so then from that point on, like all of us started carrying like ridiculously huge amounts of rope with us everywhere.
Well, no, I have 10 gold for the arrow. I can buy the arrow. I have 10 gold. I still have 12 gold left over. What class did you play? Was it like D&D?
It was Pathfinder. I was playing a gunslinger.
Dude, I loved that. Pathfinder was my favorite form of D&D.
Yeah, Pathfinder. I haven't played the new version. There's a Pathfinder like version 2 out now. I haven't played that.
Oh, really?
But I quite enjoyed Pathfinder. Yeah, it's especially if you're into the more sort of.
You should have played a rope slinger. Yeah.
Apparently.
All right, so we bought all that. Let's go to 200. This is the Madame Star Clairvoyant.
Yeah, so at this point you didn't have any money, so you didn't bother going in.
I'm going to go in, though. 394? Yeah. We're loaded, dude.
Last time she just would have been like, look into the crystal ball and just be like, oh, geez.
Yeah. Sitting behind a small table is a plump woman wearing bright yellow clothes and a shawl over her head. She smiles as you enter, bidding you to sit down. She tells you that a glimpse of the future will cost you 2 gold pieces. If you wish to pay to hear her predictions, turn to 368. If you would rather carry on unaided, leave the tent and head north. I have 12 gold. I can still buy the arrows. What else? How did I get the arrows? Oh, I just gave him food, and he was like, oh yeah, here's the arrows. We don't really need gold for the food or the arrows.
Or it was like magic item or gold or food.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her the 2 gold. So I'm down to 10 gold. 368. All right, game, don't punish me. Looking into a crystal ball, she seems to go into a trance. She tells you that you are searching for a man, a wise man with magical powers. She pauses for a moment and then draws in a deep breath before going on to tell you that the man you are looking for lives in a hut beneath a bridge to the north. She warns you to be careful when approaching the man, for he does not welcome strangers. Then she looks away from the crystal ball and asks you to leave. Her face seems to be hiding something. Has she seen some dreadful fate awaiting for you? You decide to leave the tent and head north. That's it?
Wow, that was very unuseful.
Yeah, we knew that already. Oh, man.
You didn't even say, like, there's going to be a guy with one leg. Don't talk to him.
Yeah. 117. This is Bridge Street. So we can either... Oh, this is the... We can either take refuge or just press on ahead. Pressing on ahead didn't do anything. They ignored the rain. They're like, it's raining. And they're like, do you want to press on ahead? We're like, yeah. We're like, okay. You get to the place.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well go see what's in the...
Yeah. 188. Sure. It is gloomy in the house, but you can make out the shapes of abandoned furniture. Litter and rubble is strewn all over the floor. You find a broken chair and slump down in it to rest. Suddenly you notice something slither across the floor, and before you can get to your feet, you see in the half-light that you are encircled by 6 snakes. It's a very specific number of snakes. Each a meter long. If you wish to hack at them with your sword, turn to 253. If you would rather dash for the door, turn to 15. There's no picture. 253. I'm going to fight him. The snakes are not very tough opponents for a person trained in the art of swordsmanship.
For you, on the other hand.
Yeah. Treat them as a single creature. However, each attack round that they inflict a wound on you, 4 points must be subtracted from your stamina score because of their poisonous bite. Wow. So they have a skill of 5 and a stamina of 5.
So they just do, and they do double damage.
Yeah, and they do double damage.
It's okay, they'll never hit you.
Paul, why do you have to say stuff like that? Paul, you're supposed to be on my side. Okay, Jess gets a 17. Snake needs to roll 12. Nope. Go to 3. Jess rolls a 17. Snake, nope.
I'm imagining like 2 of the snakes turn into like feet, and then there's like a snake body, snake arm, two snakes' arms, snake head.
Yeah. Jess gets another 17. Cool. Just keep rolling 17s. Yep. All right. Oh, wait, I have 12 skill.
It's 11, isn't it?
No, because the helmet.
Oh, right. The helmet gives you +1.
Helmet gives me +1. I forgot. Yeah. If you win, you may leave the house. Okay, so that's literally just the fight and that's it. Oh, that wasn't
There's no snake treasure?
Nope. Outside, the rain has stopped, and you can head north again. Cool. Turn to 31. The rain has stopped. Thank you. This is the wooden bridge. We can either go down the steps or we can wait and talk to the man.
I mean, you might as well. You could talk to the guy.
Might as well. Let's talk to him. 364. See what this little homie's up to. The gaunt-faced man looks thoroughly miserable. He sees you and shrinks back, telling you that it is not worth robbing him because he has no money. You tell him that you do not wish to rob him, but are seeking an old wizard named Nicodemus. He stares at you with a surprised expression on his face and says, "For 2 gold pieces, I'll tell you where he is." You decide to trust the man and pay him for his information?
What?
He pockets the gold and says, "You are standing on top of him. Nicodemus lives in a hut underneath the bridge." He throws back his head and lets out a shrill laugh before hobbling off on his crutches, obviously pleased with himself. You shake your head and walk over to the steps that lead down to the bridge. This book sucks!
I like that for whatever reason, like they seem to think that was going to be a real sticking point. Like they gave you there's like 2 places where you can get hints as to where Nicodemus is. And it's like, that was like the one thing that wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, you have no choice whether to give him the money, and then you've killed people for way less than that.
Yep, sure did.
You killed that vagrant for no reason at all.
So we go down, we see Nicodemus. We learn that we needed to get a tattoo on our forehead of the unicorn on a sun, a yellow sun. Silver arrows. We need black pearl, hag's hair, lotus flower. So, we know Harbor Street has the pirates.
Right, that makes sense.
Did we check out Candle Street?
You did go to the candle You did go to a place that had a candle shop, but you didn't go in. Because, again, you had no money.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have a ton of money right now.
No, I don't.
But you can go to the pirate ship and get the black pearls.
Yeah, let's go to 91. Let's just go to the pirate ship. $91, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, hey, here's another beggar.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try this one. 332. Let's throw on my gold piece. See what happens. 7. 332. That laugh isn't good.
No, it's good.
The beggar tips his hat in gratitude and mumbles a few words. Add 1 luck point. Oh, sick.
But it's just the beggar that Otaku Jeff tried to help attacked him.
Yeah.
The beggar that you tried to help is like, yeah. It's just everything's turning up Otaku Jess.
Yeah. Turn to 124. Okay. North alleyway. If you wish to go down. Did we go to... Oh, the alleyway was where the dogs were.
Yeah, so I guess you could go fight the dogs and then...
We have the golden flower.
Yeah, so you can get your... And then you get 10 gold from it, I guess?
I don't know how much gold. 326. All right, so go down thing. Dogs show up. They have a skill of 4. But these ones have to fight at the same time.
Right.
But I can only damage 1 at a time. But it doesn't really matter because my skill is so high. So Jeff rolls a huge amount. Neither of them can beat that. So that first dog takes 2. Jeff rolls another big number, so that dog dies. Sorry, Jess. I keep forgetting. Jess rolls a 15, so this is doable. The second dog rolls not enough, takes damage.
Yeah, I think there's 10 petals and each one turns into like a gold piece. Or something. If you dip it in dog blood.
So Jess rolls a huge number, which the dog cannot beat, and dies miserably. So the dogs, blah, blah, blah. It will wound you. If you win, turn to 184. Do you have any of Mrs. Pipe's golden flowers? If you do, turn to 55, which we do. You dip the petals of the flower in the spilled blood of the dead dogs. That was a sentence I just said. On contact with blood, the petals sparkle and drop, make a popping noise. On the floor are 10 gold pieces. You pick up the gold and walk away to the alleyway to the Harbor Street. Sweet. So we're back up to 18 gold.
It's like, does it work with other blood? It's like, what?
Why the
Does
dog
she just
blood?
not like blood?
Yeah.
Not like dogs? And she's like, I'm going to make flowers that make people want to kill dogs.
Yeah. Okay, we got our gold. Turn to 180. Oh yeah, this is the chariot thing. The carriage.
All right. So the standing in the way of it wasn't the best idea.
No. So we're gonna...
You can stay there and then move aside, though.
So we're gonna hide 34. The carriage thunders by, and you see its driver urging on the 4 horses as though his life depended on it. As the noise of the carriage fades into the distance, you step out onto the street and continue west. Oh, that was easy. 171.
I mean, you know that it's the... What's his name? I don't know
Lord
if that
Azur?
changes anything. Yeah.
I think it's Lord Azur, isn't it?
Yeah.
Street gradually... Okay, now we found the ship. So we have to go to the ship. 399. $3.99, rope ladder, so we'll take the rope ladder up.
You can just go up the gangplank and gank the guy at the top.
It's true, I could just a swath of destruction, but no. 87. I mean, I could inspect the wooden boxes and barrels, but I feel like that's not even going to do anything. So I'm just going to...
Could be some gold or something. I don't know.
Fine, Paul.
I don't know.
No, we'll do it. 120. I guarantee you I'm not going to get anything for this. You pick up a piece of wood and run as quietly as possible over to the pirate to try and knock him unconscious. Test your luck. A luck of 10. I rolled an 8, so that works. If you're lucky, he does not hear you approach and you hit him in the back of the head. He falls to the deck unconscious and you begin your search. So 84. The barrels all contain rotten fruit and the boxes contain manacles and leg irons. Perhaps this is a slave trading ship. There is nothing else of interest to you on deck.
Fair enough. Well, now you know that you're fine to kill them all because they're slave traders.
It's true. If you wish to walk over to the deck cabin to climb down the stairs to the lower decks, turn to 50.
You can find out who is taking a bath.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. 50. Let's go to 50. Let's do the snoring first. She was 271. So we're going to try to cut it loose, turn to 162.
There's another test your luck.
Test your luck. I'm a 9 or lower. That's a 6. Cool. We still have a potion of luck too, so we can jack our luck back up to whatever it was. Can't even remember what our starting luck total was. 9?
I think so, yeah.
So we're lucky. Turn to 7. You tiptoe quietly out of the room and close the door. In the corridor, you open the pouch and find 6 black pearls. Add 2 luck points. Oh. Cool. We're back up to 10. If you have not already done so, you can open the other door, which I will do. So 232. Door opens into a small room. There's a hot tub of water. If you wish to hide behind the door inside the room to see who is about to take a bath, turn to 12. So I guess that's kind of creepy, but it makes me uncomfortable, but we'll do it. All right. So after a few minutes, you hear footsteps coming down the corridor. The door opens and a man walks into the room wearing nothing but a towel around his fat stomach. You watch as he drops the towel and lowers himself gently into the tub with a loud sigh. If you wish to surprise him by drawing your sword and uttering the loud ahem, turn to 176. If you would rather creep out of the room back into the corridor while he submerges himself, turn to 383.
Why not just say, if you want to surprise him, do this. If you want to run away, do this. Why do they describe, you like walk up and go,
why not just fucking stab him? You know what I mean? Like, why do you have to announce yourself? 176.
I mean, anybody who's taking a bath on a pirate ship has got to be like a high up guy with something cool.
You tell the worried bather that, despite your hatred for pirates, you will not harm him if he cooperates with you. You ask him if he has any of the items that you are searching for, but he replies that as captain of a pirate ship, he does not need such things. You press the blade of your sword against his fat neck to make sure he is not lying. He looks terrified and assures you that he is telling the truth. Then he says, "But I do know where you can get a silver arrow. Ben Borryman, the silversmith, will make anything in silver at a price. You will find him in Clogged Street." Making a small mental note of the information, you leave the shivering captain alone in his room, locking the door behind you. Outside in the corridor, you may either blah, 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 other door, we can leave. Okay, so.
The hints are weird.
Yeah.
Like, the hints are harder to get than... It's like harder to get that hint than to figure out that the silver thing is at the silversmith shop.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I see what they were trying, right? An attempt was made. Yeah, the bathroom locks from the outside. Weird bathroom.
That's true.
So we turn to 78. So we can go to Harbor Street or Clogged Street. So we have to go to Clogged Street to get the arrow.
I mean, can you... It's weird. Like, I don't know whether you can circle back or not.
I'm pretty sure you can circle back. I think it's like the first book. Remember the first book where it was just a big maze?
Right? Yeah.
I think this one is like you can just literally, you can run circles. So 216. Very narrow street. This is the little goblin with the hoop.
Screw him.
Yeah. 317. This is the candle maker. Yeah, let's go into the candle maker shop. Yeah. 241. We're back up to 18 gold, right?
Yeah, because you're down to 8, and then you got 10 from the dog blood flower.
Inside the shop, you see a tall, thin man with pointed ears and fair hair, pouring hot wax from an iron pan into a mold. The candle maker is an elf. As he turns to you to speak, you notice his slanted eyes, which are ice blue. For some reason, they appear very cold to you. He tells you that all his colored candles cost 1 gold piece each. You may buy as many as you wish. He then asks you if you would like to see one of his magic candles in the back room. Is that a sex thing?
I don't know. Go to the back room and find out, I guess.
If you wish to see one, turn to 63. They missed a big opportunity by now making it page 69. You had your shot, book. All right.
Want to see my big special candles?
Paul, stop. 63. This vaguely erotic book. The elf leads you to a room lit by purple candles, which give a strange glow. You stand and stare blankly at the candles and drift off into a world of vivid dreams. While you are in this trance, the elf takes 2 items and 5 gold pieces from your backpack? We got robbed?
Wow. It's the first time Jess has been punished.
Well, on the bright side, the items can be like the iron spike and like the butcher's meat hook, I guess. I get to choose, right?
Yeah.
In the City of Thieves? All right. All right. You know what? I don't need your attitude, okay? You're supposed to be on my side. Why is nobody ever on my side? No one's ever like, man, Adam, that's too bad. Maybe next time. But every time, you know? You're never on our side. I'm on your side all the time. What? I'm always on Twitch chat side. Who is the one that defends you constantly? That's better. That's too bad. Maybe next time.
That's too bad, Adam.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
See? Thanks, Twitch chat. All right. Adam, you once called me a stupid baby. Well, yeah, but come on, Kyosa.
Like chat in general, or you called that specific person?
Specific person a stupid baby.
Oh, okay.
But I know that person. I know that person's real name. It's different, right? When I know your real name, I just that's like knowing like the true power.
Yeah, it's right? like a magic thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know someone's true name.
Yeah. That's like if you know a Twitch chatter's real name, then you have true control over them. Is his real name Stupid Baby? Yes. All right. What are we doing? We're losing 5 gold. Getting max punished. Cool. Let's get rid of... What do you think we should get rid of? I feel like it's the iron spike probably goes with the climbing rope. So it's like the meat hook and the throwing knife. I'm going to get rid of the throwing knife and the meat hook. I think Twitch chat's great. See, look, I'm tired of getting... See? Why am I getting vilified constantly, Paul? What is it? I need to know. Somebody explain this to me.
It's because the world is not fair.
It's like, what did I do? I'm just chilling, minding my own business, being nice to people, entertaining you. And yet, I'm always punished. Ah, no, suck it, Twitch chat. Oh. Ignore that one. That one doesn't matter. All right. So we get robbed, and we leave. 280. Okay. Cool. Further along, oh, we found the silversmith. Okay, so we got to go in, 213. Blah, blah, blah. Talk to the silversmith, which is 248. 10 gold, 2 magic items. If you cannot afford his asking price, turn to 85. So what if I can't afford it, but I don't want to afford it because I know that I can just give him 2 food? Does that work?
Isn't it? No, he takes all your food, doesn't he?
Oh, wait.
He takes all your food.
Oh, he does take all my food.
You just only had 2 left back.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, okay. Yeah. He takes all my food. Okay, well, let's give him the 10 gold.
Yeah, I don't think you have 2 magic items.
No. I have a ring of invisibility, and that's it. No, I have 2 magic items. I have the helmet and the ring.
Oh, yeah.
So, but there's no way I'm giving up either of those. But yeah, I'm just going to hurry up and eat. Just stuff all my... Yeah, just like... And then he's like, I'll take all your food. Sorry, I don't have any. Sorry. It's all gone. Okay, we'll pay the 10 gold. 85. Pay the silversmith. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, makes you an arrow and you leave. Cool. I feel like this isn't as entertaining as the first time through, but because I'm not reading everything. I'm not painting a picture with my words.
Well, the new stuff is.
Yeah.
But it's, when we're doing the same thing again, it's not really necessary.
Arrive at a junction. You can go north to Tower Street, or you can go east to Stable Street. Did I go to Stable Street? Stable Street's where I found the manhole cover, right?
Yeah, I don't think you've been to Tower Street.
Let's go to Tower Street, 127. Just ahead of you, 3 men are involved in a fight. The 2 younger men appear to be attacking an older man. I was just thinking about fucking calling Kiyose a big stupid baby. I just thought about it. It made me laugh. All right. The 2 younger men appear to be attacking an older man with iron bars. Jesus.
Wow.
If you wish to help the old man, turn to 177. Okay, so now I know what you're thinking. You're like, man, Adam, you should really help this old man. This is definitely a trap. It's got to be. I've been punished in every situation.
This is a... So it's going to be like, we were actually...
World star.
We were actually protecting ourselves from this old man we were using these iron bars to protect ourselves from this old man who's actually a vampire.
Yeah.
This is kind of a glass bottle situation. If you replace the iron bars with a glass bottle, that's basically what's happening here.
That's I mean, everything's just a glass jar situation. I am going to ignore it. Yeah, screw it. 348. See you later, old man. Have fun. I sure hope there's free medical. Tower Street takes a sharp turn to the right, going east between tall buildings. An iron bridge crosses overhead between 2 of the buildings, and you see movement on it. Small cloaked people are carrying laden sacks between the buildings, apparently in a great hurry. If you wish to call out to them, turn to 251. If you wish to walk under the bridge and continue east, turn to 30. Yeah, I'll call out to them. What's the worst that could happen? One of the small people stops and looks down at you. He mistakes you for a town guard and calls out to his accomplices to run for cover. Then he points a short crossbow at you and fires a bolt. Test your luck. If you're lucky, the bolt thuds into the ground at your feet. If you're unlucky, the bolt lodges deeply in your shoulder. We have a luck of 10. City of Thieves is in Canada? Yeah. A 3. I'm lucky. Sweet. 269. Nice. The little man with the crossbow curses before running into the building on your left. There does not appear to be an easy way to catch him, so you walk under the bridge and continue east. Turn to 30. 30. Tower Street soon ends at a junction where it meets Stable Street running north and south. You decide to go north. Turn to 76. To your left, you see a large wooden barn set back from the houses. 2 horses are tied to a post outside the barn, and smoke rises from a crooked chimney on top of its low, flat roof. If you wish to walk through the barn doors, turn to 25. If you would rather continue north, turn to 115. Sure, let's check this out.
Got a horse.
25. You soon realize that you are in a stable when you see a large, bare-chested man wearing a grubby white apron busy at work at an open fire. He takes a red-hot iron bar from the fire with his gloved hand and starts to hammer it into shape of a horseshoe on his anvil. Sweat pours from his brow as he toils with the hammer. This is vaguely erotic. This is, woo! Oh man, it's getting kind of hot in here, Twitch chat, or what? Whew. Oh boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Adam really into blacksmithing.
Yeah,
apparently.
really into very erotic. Yeah. That's the forge. Yeah. Will you make conversation with the blacksmith? Attack him with your sword? Leave him to his labors and continue north? That's a very oddly specific sentence. Leave him to his labors. Let's make conversation. Do I need anything from a blacksmith? What could I need? Can't do tattoos, can I?
I mean,
kiss him with your mouth.
I mean,
let's go.
In fantasy things, blacksmiths always have good stuff. Right?
Yeah, it's true. 169. It's also... The blacksmith removes his gloves and wipes his hands on his apron before asking what you want. You answer by asking if he makes anything besides horseshoes. He replies that in his spare time he enjoys making chainmail coats. In fact, it has become quite a profitable sideline of his, especially in place like Port Blacksand. He tells you in great detail of the skill and labor that goes into making one and finally inquires if you are interested in buying one. They are not cheap. If you wish to pay 20 gold pieces for a chainmail coat, turn to 46. If you wish to leave the stables without buying a coat, turn to 115. Well, I only have 10 gold.
Perhaps there is some sort of alternative payment system.
Vaguely erotic. Let's go to 115. Coming towards you as fast as he is able is a man in tattered rags with a ball and chain attached to his leg. What? Where did this guy come from? He is exhausted and collapses in your arms. His face is dirty and unshaven. With great difficulty, he manages to speak, saying, "Please, cut me free. The town guards are not far behind me. I've been locked in a dungeon for 2 years, but managed to tunnel my way out. I was robbed and unable to pay my taxes, so Lord Azar offered I should be jailed for 5 years. Please help me." Farther up the street, you hear shouting voices, and then armed men come into view. If you want to cut through his chains with a sword, turn to 90. If you want to hand him over to the town guards, turn to 274. Taku Jess is a law-abiding citizen. Sorry, buddy. You should pay your taxes.
Wait, when did she start becoming a law-abiding citizen?
Right now.
Oh. Wait, was it before or after you stole all the stuff from the pirates?
Yeah. 274. The guards are pleased that you have caught their wanted man. They tell you that he is an escaped murderer. The chief guard hands you 5 gold pieces, saying, "Here's your reward, but you won't be getting another one. He won't escape again." You watch for a short while as they lead the shouting murderer away before continuing north along Stable Street. See, Adam Savadan is an immaculate judge of character. And I knew that man was lying. See? I got the hiccups. Oh, boy.
So if you had... if you had freedom, I wonder if it would just like stab you in your back.
Oh, probably.
Otaku Jeff would have gotten stabbed.
If you freed him, you probably have to fight the guards.
Yeah. And then he was like, I'm a murderer. Stab. So 2-2?
Yeah. On the right-hand side, the houses are separated from the street by a wooden fence with shrubs, trees, bushes, and flowers behind it. There is a turnstile in the middle of the fence, by the side of which is a sign reading, "Public Gardens, entry fee 1 piece." We need a lotus flower. I'm dying, Squirtle. So I think we have to go into the gardens to find a lotus flower. All right.
Gardens are nice.
You place the coin in the slot and walk through the turnstile. Although the flowers and shrubs are not outstanding, you are nevertheless surprised that such a place exists in Port Blacksand. The gardens are not very large, extending back some 60 meters to where some houses back onto them. There are 2 paths to follow, one of which runs around the edge of the gardens and one that leads directly into the center, where there is some topiary? 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 Yeah. Each shrub has been cut into the shape of an animal, and you decide to take a closer look. The path leads into a small paved area surrounded by the animal-shaped shrubs. In the middle, there is a stone plinth, upon which sits a large earthen bowl containing lotus flowers. There is a painted sign which reads, "Do not pick the flowers. The gardener is nowhere to be seen and there is nobody else about. If you wish to risk picking the flowers, turn to 14. Well, I mean, we need the flowers.
I mean, it's this thing where it's like, it's clearly a trap, but also you need the flowers. So it's like...
Fruitopiary? Fruitopia. Is Fruitopia still a drink? Like, do they still make it? You know?
I think so.
Fruitopia?
Yeah. I don't know if it's still a drink, but I think they still make it.
Yeah. 14. As soon as you pluck one of the flowers, you hear the noise of rustling leaves. 3 of the animal-shaped hedges have uprooted themselves and are closing in on you. Do you have the Ring of Fire? Nope. If not, turn to 191. What about the Ring of Invisibility? You draw your sword to defend yourself against the advancing leaf beasts. They all attack you at once, seemingly trying to crush and smother you. Treat the leaf beasts as a single creature. Skill 6, stamina 6.
Creature, leaf, beast.
Ah, yeah, creature, leaf, beast. Yeah. Very good. So, Jess rolls an 18. They need to roll a 12 to beat me. So, they lose 2 hit points. Jess rolls a 17. Beasts roll a not enough.
This is actually how you make topiary. So you just
rolls an
fight them
8. No,
until
Jess
they're in
rolls
the
an
shape you want.
19. I don't think they can even beat me. No. All right. This is what happens when you have 12 skill.
Yeah.
Every fight is just like it's just a non-issue.
Well, if you, so like, but like, God. Otaku Jeff started at 8 and then got dropped down to 6.
Yeah.
If you had got the helmet, you would start at 8 and went to 9, which would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, you would have been not too bad at that point.
Yeah. 9 would have been like completely reasonable. If you win, run back to the turnstile while still clutching the lotus. Make your way to Stable Street. So 133. So we have the lotus flower.
So is it just hag's hair that you need now?
And a tattoo.
Oh, right, the tattoo.
Tattoo's important for whatever reason.
Is hag's hair just the hair of an old woman?
I think so. Or like
is
a
it
hag.
more complicated than
I think
that?
it's like an actual hag. Like when I think of a hag, I think of like a witch, like, you know?
Right,
like
yeah.
A swamp witch. 133.
Yeah, you need to find Tattoo Street.
The street ends at a junction with Mill Street, which runs east and west along the city wall. Looking east, you see a group of town guards marching towards you, and you decide to walk quickly west along Mill Street. On your left, you see a narrow lane, and ahead you see a young lad coming towards you pushing a barrel laden with fruit. If you wish to walk down the lane, turn to 182. If you wish to buy some fruit from the barrel boy, turn to 162 or 160. I'll skip the fruit, thanks. 182.
Is that like a barrel white?
The lane ends at a small shop. On the glass-paned door is a painted sign.
Oh, there we go.
Jimmy Quicktint, best tattooist in town. Oh my God!
Just by chance.
Convenient. Yeah. A tiny bell rings as you push open the door, or the door open.
Next door to Hag Wigs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is there a picture? Because there's a picture in this.
Is that the guy?
Yeah, that's him.
That's him. What's he look like in yours?
It's not as good.
All right. Similar idea.
Yeah. A tiny bell rings as you push the door open, and a fat man wearing purple silk smiles in greeting. You are surprised to see that his arms, hands, feet, and even his face are completely covered in colorful tattoos. He grins and says, "Practice what you preach." You tell him that you require a... Wait, practice what you preach?
Yeah, he's got tattoos all over him, and he's a tattoo artist.
But why... Oh, yeah, I get it. I was like, why was he saying that? I was confused.
Yeah. I don't know why he felt the need to explain why he's tattooed when he works at a tattoo place.
Yeah. Sorry. I had a brain fart. All right. I'm not perfect. Twitch chat. You tell him that you require a yellow sun to be tattooed on your forehead with a white unicorn in the center of it. He replies that it is a simple task, but it will cost you 10 gold pieces. Yep.
You know the like unicorn with the sun is like one of the things in like the Flair book. It's just like, oh god, another one of these.
It's like a Sailor Jerry tattoo.
Yeah, it's like one of these stupid golden sun unicorn things. Everybody's getting those these days.
If you can afford his high price, turn to $2.79. Yep. He takes the money and motions for you to sit down on a wooden stool. After a long and painful process of repeatedly pricking your forehead with a sharp needle, he applies the indelible inks. You look in the mirror on the wall and find your new appearance somewhat strange. You shrug your shoulders and leave the shop. You then walk back up the lane and turn left onto Mill Street. You're just like, I guess.
Nicodemus is like, oh, wow, you actually did that? Oh, I feel kind of bad now.
Yeah, like, yeah, you did it.
I was just, goofing on you, man.
Yeah. All right, Mill Street 307. Walking towards you along the street are two huge guards wearing the black uniform of Lord Azur. As they get closer, you see that they are trolls, brutal mercenaries employed by Lord Azur as Imperial elite guards. To your right, there is a tree which reaches almost to the top of the city wall. If you wish to risk walking past the trolls, turn to 290. If you wish to climb the tree in order to get over the wall, turn to 11. Good thing I got rope. 11. Oh. Well, okay. The trolls see what you were doing and run towards the tree. You are forced to leave your shield behind, lose 1 skill point.
Wait, you have a shield?
I guess, yeah. After climbing quickly up the tree, you realize that you must jump a distance of 2 meters between the branch and the top of the wall. If you are wearing a chainmail coat, you will have to take it off in order to jump safely across the wall. Don't lose 2 skill points. Below, you see the 2 trolls running around the tree waving their swords at you. There is no alternative but the jump. Turn to 358. Well, we didn't buy the chainmail.
Which is good. I mean, because you would have... Although, the fact that it apparently would have given you 2 skill points is pretty ridiculous.
Pretty wild, yeah.
But you would have been so mad if you had bought it and they were just like, now take it off.
Yeah. It's a close shave, but you just managed to grip the edge of the wall with your fingertips. You pull yourself up and climb to the stone walkway along the top of the city wall. On either side of you are stone towers rising above the battlements, spaced some 100 meters apart. There are doors in the towers, both of which are suddenly flung open as more guards run out to capture you. There is a 20-meter drop on the other side of the wall. Will you jump to freedom, fix a climbing rope, if you have one, to the wall and climb down the other side, or face the oncoming guards? Well, I have a rope, so I might as well use it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of want you to fight them, but on the other hand, you have a rope, and it seems dumb not to use it.
108. You lower yourself slowly to the ground. Above you, the guards are waving their fists at you from the battlements. You are now outside Port Blacksand. Do you have all the necessary items required to slay the Night Prince? If you have them all and have been tattooed, turn to 201. If you lack any of the items that have not been tattooed, for the sake of just finishing the stream, I'm going to say that I got the hag's hair.
It's the only thing. The hag's hair, yeah.
I'm literally only missing the hag's hair. And it's already 8 o'clock. So I'm going to pretend that we found the hag's hair, Twitch chat.
Oh, hey, there's some hag's hair that you didn't notice that you had.
Conveniently. What do the judges say? But that's cheating? Well, then I just stop the stream here. It's like, you can either know how this ends, or All right. 201. We're going to 201. Following Nicodemus's map, you start your long walk north to the guarded tower of Zanbar Bone, the Night Prince. You walk through woods and fields. You are able to relax a little in the pleasant countryside and breathe the fresh air with its wonderful scents. As the light fades, you decide to camp under a huge elm tree. You cook a meal of stewed rabbit and mushrooms before settling down to a long, deep sleep. Add 2 stamina points. Add 2 stamina points. In the morning, you look around for a yew tree and cut a long branch from it, in which you make a bow to fire the silver arrow.
Good. You thought of that. That's good. I like it.
Yeah. As you test the bow for accuracy, you are suddenly aware of a white dove sitting on a low branch nearby. There is a small piece of paper attached to its foot, which it lets you remove without flying off. There is a message on the paper which reads, "Dear friend, I am afraid I must be getting too old to be of use to anybody. I regret that I have misinformed you about the compound needed to kill Zanbar Bone. You must only use... is that only? Did I misspell that? You must only use 2 of the 3 ingredients I told you, but I cannot remember which 2. I can only suggest you try hag's hair and black pearls together, or the hag's hair and lotus flower together, or the black pearl and lotus flower together. Apologies."
Maybe you don't even need the hag's hair.
Also, the tattoo is completely unnecessary. Yeah, you didn't even say anything about the tattoo.
Also, the tattoo, it has to be a red sun, not a yellow sun. Hopefully that's not a big problem.
Yeah. You throw the message on the ground and curse. You change your mind a dozen times before making a decision. Finally, you make your choice and grind the 2 ingredients together on a flat stone. Wait, which 2 ingredients, though? You place the compound in a leather pouch, hoping you have made the correct decision. You set off again, but it is not long before your surroundings become less welcoming. The trees are twisted or stunted, and there are no birds to be heard. You must be approaching the domain of the Night Prince. Suddenly, to your left, you hear rustling and grunting in the bushes. It is a wandering monster which has been attracted by your scent. Roll 1 die and consult the table below to see which creature has appeared. Fight this creature as usual. Okay, so we rolled a 1. It's an orc. Cool. We fight the orc. I'm gonna say we murder this orc. I'm not gonna go there. It's super easy.
Yeah. I wonder the hag's hair. Maybe it was the centipede, over by the centipede was the hag's hair.
Oh yeah, that might be it. 138. If you fought the 8-man, turn to 312. If you fought any of the other creatures, turn to 283. Well, 283.
I like that. It's just like, you fought the 8-man. What's wrong with you? He was your friend.
You turn over the body. It's your face. Like, oh no! There's nothing useful to be found on the dead creature, so you decide to press on northwards. Turn to 217. You walk all day until you reach the hill shown on Nicodemus's map, upon which the Night Prince's tower stands. All is quiet, and there is an unpleasant smell of decay in the air. Shadows start to creep along the ground as the moon rises into the night sky, and you see the foreboding silhouetted shape of Zanbar Bone's tower pointing up into the sky like a little black finger. Vaguely erotic. You check all your possessions before drawing your sword and marching towards the arched wooden entrance door. Suddenly, you hear a shrill howl, and swing around to see 2 pairs of eyes staring at you. They belong to Moon Dogs, Zanbar Bone's trained killer hounds. Fight them one at a time.
Moondog is not a scary name.
No.
Like Hellhound or something.
Moondog. So the
I
first
wonder
dog...
if you hadn't fought the other guys, if you get that extra gold now.
Yeah. So I roll a 16. This dog rolls a 17. Okay, I take 2 points of damage.
There's no way Otaku Jeff could have got through this fight.
Oh no, he would have died miserably.
9 and 10.
Jess
9 and 11.
Rolls a 17. The dog rolls a lot. Okay, I'm at 18. Cool. Jess rolls a 17. Dog rolls a 19. Can't win a dice roll to save my life. Jess rolls a 21. Dog rolls not enough.
You're at 11 right now, right?
Hit points?
No, skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jess rolls a 21. Dog rolls a 18. Jess rolls a 21. Okay. Getting there. Jess rolls a 16. Dog rolls a 18. This is at 14. Jess rolls a 17. Cool. This dog's at 2. Jess rolls a 14. Dog rolls a 15. Sure, I've lost a lot to this dog that I have a +2 advantage on. 18. 19. Jeez. Gotta be kidding me.
Doofa.
18. Okay, thank you. First dog dies. Okay, so me and this dog are even. We both have 11 skill for the second one. So it's just a roll-off, really.
You got your luck if you need it.
Jess takes 2 damage. I'm at 8. Dude, what is going on? I'm going to die to these dogs.
The black dice seem a lot better than the white dice.
Yeah. Okay. 9. Okay.
Want to use your
Test my luck?
test your luck while you can?
Is that going to change the math at all?
If you do it twice.
Yeah, I'm going to test my luck. Okay. That works. So
he's at down to 5?
Yeah. And Jess goes. Yeah, I'm at 2.
You're at 2?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I took a lot of damage in that first fight. Jess.
Okay. Test your luck
I
again.
have to test my luck again. Okay. So that worked.
All right. So it's at 1, you're at 2.
Yeah.
You can test your luck to make it not kill you, right?
Yes.
So you have 2 chances at this.
5. So I have to test my luck so I don't die. I have to roll 7 or under.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't die. I'm at 1.
All right. 1v1.
6. 8. Nope, I die.
Wow. That
was brutal.
I did not expect that to go as badly as that did.
That first fight was awful. I took so much damage.
Well then.
I'm not going to find out because we could come back to this book at some point about what's going to happen.
Zen Barbone is just like...
Zen Barbone's like, yes, moon dog.
He's just like waiting in his tower. He's like, I thought there was somebody... yeah, well.
That book was okay. It wasn't like... It wasn't ridiculous enough, right? Like when we have the most fun is when the book is just dumb.
Yeah.
And that one was just like more just...
It's that thing where it's like, it's you know, it's better, but it's not good enough to be like good. It's just good enough to be not silly.
I keep going back to Fairy Mountain. That one was just brilliant. Like everything about that book was awesome.
All right.
The things they like is because like it's important about the things they point out, right?
Yeah.
And the things they pointed out in Fairy Mountain were just so dumb. Like they just didn't make any sense. Like there's that one part where it's like the wizard, you inspect the wizard's robe and you see he was eating tomato soup. It's like, why bring that up? You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, he must have been eating soup. So this one was just like very by the numbers.
Yeah. As I think we've mentioned before. So from what I understand, unfortunately, I wasn't running, or Beej was running tech on that, but you guys did not do whatever you were supposed to do.
No, we didn't finish it.
So there's options there for trying that one again.
It's either, I think like for books to be done again, it's either I don't do it. I just bumped my microphone, sorry. It's either someone else does it, like someone else in Learn does that book, which I am like 100% behind. I don't think I should be the only one doing these streams. I think that if somebody, I've brought it up in meetings, but if somebody else wants to do it, they should try it. And I think it'll give a new take on like books that we've done. And also, I can't remember where I was going. I just lost my train of thought. We also have the other books too, right?
Well, yeah. So that style of book, that series, which is called Catacombs, I believe. There were 4 books made in that particular series, and I was able to source the PDFs for those. The physical versions of them are kind of hard to get. Apparently, found out that book was sent to us in mail time. I found out that it is actually quite a difficult book to get. So thank you very much to whoever sent it to us on mail time.
I can't remember what their name was. They commented on the YouTube video. I saw it. Can't remember. Sorry. I apologize. But yeah, Beej doing one. Like if whoever does it, I'm running tech.
Yeah.
It's just,
that'd be have Beej do it and you run tech.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, so
that'd be interesting.
I would love to see that.
But anyway,
yeah, that was chill.
Yeah, let's.
Sorry, yeah, that book was definitely the weakest one. I feel.
Oh really?
Of the ones we've done, yeah. Just for like entertainment, like it was mostly just most of the funny stuff was an old lady robs you, right? Like there was nothing like that funny. Like none of the decisions I made were truly like they didn't matter, you know. So.
Like it, but it is interesting. Like I feel like in some ways it was probably it was one of the better sort of more competently put together ones, but yeah, it did lack a certain amount of sort of ridiculousness.
Yeah. In
trying to make it better, you sort of end up making it worse. How ironic.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was still a lot of fun, though.
Yeah. Oh, I still had fun.
And and if you did watch the
start to finish
the YouTube video,
yes,
we can tell you that while the Heat Death campaign is on hiatus, we are going to be replacing it with a new campaign that Dale is going to be running. That we're going to do in a sort of remote fashion. We haven't done one of that kind of a thing before, so we've got some. We're going to make sure that we've got the setup for we've tested and stuff. So we wanted to. It'll be a little different than our regular campaigns because it will be remote, but obviously want to make sure that everyone can stay home and not have to be all clustered together around a small table. So yeah, that should be really interesting, and that's going to be starting next Monday.
Yeah, and just in case you weren't or if you're unaware, there's a link in Twitch chat for the update for what we're doing going forward.
Yeah,
things are going to be kind of weird for a little bit. We're trying out some new stuff. We're trying to stay away from having 2 people sitting next to each other on streams. Yeah. So stuff like Let's Know, Watch and Play.
So yeah, any of the streams that have 2 people on them are instead going to be one person and then one person calling in, and that one person might be broadcasting from the office here. The way we, if there's nobody at the office, it's not any more detrimental than it is at home, really.
Yeah.
Or they might be doing it from home, depending on what the circumstances are. And so there'll be one person broadcasting, the other person kind of calling in on Discord or something.
Just press on this to show my mom what Twitch is, and the stream is right up my alley. Thanks. We do lots of different stuff, so.
Yeah. If you do, although I will say, at the moment, at least this next week, Watch and Play is not happening because they're not sure whether there's,
if the format works.
If the format works, or maybe there's something that can replace it. But I hope that if you look at the schedule, you'll notice that we've been doing whatever we can to, when regularly scheduled streams are not able to do, we're replacing them with bonus streams or other kinds of things. AFK obviously can't happen in the same way. But on Wednesday, we're going to be doing a Jackbox Games thing. The Friday night paper fight obviously also can't be happen the normal way, so it's going to be the Friday night fight that's not paper.
Yeah.
As in, it'll be Magic. We'll try to make it a little different than just LRMTG. We'll probably be doing more sort of challenging each other and stuff. I think is the plan for the Friday night paper fight. Friday night. I was pushing for Friday night fighting with digital objects.
Yeah. Yeah.
So lots of cool stuff still coming up. Keep an eye on the schedule. LoadingReadyRun.com/live is the schedule, and that's got the calendar and everything on it as well. We will endeavor to keep that up to date as much as possible, but of course, things are in flux. So we'll try to if there are any big changes, we'll try to tweet them out as well, so that you are informed as to what the streaming situation is. But of course, a lot of it will depend on what Victoria, BC, and Canada are doing in the next little while too. So we don't necessarily have a lot of control over it.
So yeah.
So thanks everybody so much for watching, and we will see y'all later. Bye. Stay safe.
Yeah. Take care of yourselves.